Hello and welcome for the final time in 2026. I'm Brady Foxwell alongside Evan Simbita. And Evan, today is the day. 2 months into the making brings us here, July 26th, where the Lumberjacks have the opportunity to play spoiler. Boonville Lumberjacks are facing off against the Oneonta Outlaws, who, if the season were to end today and they would win, would be in a playoff spot. If they lose, however, that goes to the Mohawk Valley Diamond Dogs. Another thing happening for the Lumberjacks, 19 straight losses. Today would be 20, an unfathomable record that I could not comprehend at the beginning of the season, but nonetheless, here we are. Evan, thoughts on tonight's game?
Yeah, certainly not where this Boonville team would have hoped to be playing meaningful baseball on their last game of the season. Certainly a far cry from playoff aspirations that this team held, but still have a meaningful baseball game to play here. They can take Oneonta out of a playoff spot and get a win. That's the more important part. Just get a win and break that 19-game losing streak that is currently active.
Lumberjacks, of course, have not won a game in the calendar month of July. We've said that a few times. It's still incredible to me that the words, Evan, I have not uttered them, so I'm going to utter them today in hopes that it means something. I'm not superstitious, but as Michael Scott says in The Office, I am a little stitious. Lumberjacks win. I'm throwing it out there into the universe. Hopefully we can say that in about 3 hours, as we should have an interesting matchup ahead of us. On the mound for the Boonville Lumberjacks is Lo Wen-Shing, who has been pretty good this season for the Lumberjacks. He got here on day one of a few players who stuck around the entire time, so credit to Lo Wen. An 11.7 ERA, which of course doesn't sound great, but here in the PGCBL I like to not conflate ERA with statistics too much. However, the Lumberjacks as a team have an ERA above 9.5. That's the worst in the entire PGCBL. On the pitching staff, they have to be better today if they want to try and break this 19-game losing streak.
Yeah, it really has been everything that kind of fell off for the Lumberjacks. Certainly at the beginning of the year, we were looking at maybe if the pitching gets a little bit better, we get into a funk, and then, it ended up getting better. Went on that 5-game winning streak, and then after that, everyone kind of on the team fell off. So got to look for some strong points here. Got to finish strong and just get one last win here at Hanson Aggregates.
Leading off for the Oneonta Outlaws is Xander Johnson. A name that, Evan, you and I have not seen before. It is literally his first day with the Oneonta Outlaws, and it's when they need him the most to win today and secure a playoff spot.
Yeah, playoff reinforcements right here. We'll see how good he is, though. This is a high school senior in his first at-bat in collegiate baseball coming up.
First pitch from Lo Wen-Shing is in the dirt for ball one. We are underway here in Boonville. First pitch time, 5:34. Lo Wen, the starter for today. Also in the bullpen, Kanias Davis, if needed. Tyson Harmon, if needed. Other than that, I'm not sure where Christian Griffin goes on arms. 1-0 misses up high. Counts 2-0 quickly to Xander Johnson. You mentioned it, just graduated high school from Unitego High School. It's his first game. Committed to Cornell, however, so clearly got the academics and the athletic skills as well. Here's the 2-0 from Lo Wen. That one does land in there. First strike for the righty from Taiwan. 2-1 the count. Lo Wen's 2-1 delivery. That one just misses low. Scottert's the home plate umpire says no, and count moves favorable to Johnson in 3-1. 77 and cloudy today. Hopefully not some rain later tonight. It is forecasted, however, as it's a 5-pitch walk to the leadoff man, Johnson. Hopefully not a sign of things to come.
And not how you want to start if you're Lo Wen-Shing, but it's a long game. We've seen him go in deep into games, especially against good teams like Amsterdam, and it was an interesting kind of decision to have him come out and start this crucial game for the Lumberjacks with guys like Kanias Davis resting and available to pitch, but maybe we'll see some of those arms later on in this game. Now batting is Chaz Wright, who was the leadoff hitter on Friday's contest between these two teams, and he started off the game with a walk in what turned into be a snowball inning where the Lumberjacks lost control of the game. It was a 4-spot that Oneonta put up in the top of the first the last time these two teams played, and the Lumberjacks never came back from that. So hopefully a 0 put up on the scoreboard is the goal of everyone on this Lumberjack infield and outfield. Question is whether or not they can field ground balls. Of course, we'll see that later. Lo Wen picks off. Nothing doing is Xander Johnson at first.
Chaz Wright on the year, one of the Outlaws' best hitters, .412 batting average. No homers yet, but he gets on base all the time. .600 is the on-base percentage. You are hearing that correctly. Counts 1-1 now. He'll really have to get after him. You don't want to walk him. Would only improve that incredible on-base percentage as it is. It's Johnson on first. Low end picks off yet again. In the field for the Boonville Lumberjacks, catching is Seth Bischoff. At first, Ian Farber. Second base, Jihad Guy. Shortstop is Zeb Swangham. And the third baseman is Eli Negron. In left field, Wyatt Lassiter. Center field, Will Hill. Right field, Bronx Lewis. 1-1 to Chaz Wright. Lined above the glove of the first baseman, Ian Farber. Goes into right. Going from first to third is Johnson. The throw from Zeb Swangham is in the dirt, but Eli Negron picks it up. Runners on the corners early for the Outlaws. Still no outs.
A dangerous situation. We've seen these games snowball away from the Lumberjacks time and time again, and got to get a big out right here. Maybe even a double play ball from P.J. Strand.
And that brings up P.J. Strand, who in the last game against the Lumberjacks did not play very well, went 2 for 6. Had 6 at-bats in that game. That kind of goes to show the dominance that Oneonta showed in the last time these two teams played. Low end probably hoping for a ground ball here, but Evan, even if he gets a ground ball, half the time the runner still reaches first base. Low end picks off to first. Chaz Wright packing plenty of time. Middle infield is Zeb Swangham and Jihad Guy. Guy not traditionally a second baseman, prefers the outfield, but with an empty middle infield, he was the one who stepped up. First pitch to Strand, misses up high for a ball. Wright takes off from first. Bischoff's throw is into the outfield. Not the way the Lumberjacks wanted that to go. In to score is Xander Johnston. And from first to third is Chaz Wright. Still no outs here in the top of the first, and the double play ball is eliminated.
And not the greatest throw right there. We saw Swangham and Guy converging on it. No one could get a glove on that ball, and still no outs with the runner on third. It's a dangerous situation.
That is the already league worst 81st error for the Boonville Lumberjacks this season. That is last in the PGCBL, and now the infield has to come in. 2-0 to Strand, misses outside, counts 3-0. Low end Shing struggling early. The Outlaws, as it is today, 15, 21, and 1. 3-0 is in there for a strike. Count now moves to 3-1. And Evan, that kind of shows you the PGCBL East as a division. That a team that's 15, 21, and 1 is comfortably, not comfortably, but currently in a playoff spot.
Yeah, it's kind of baffling that they're in a win-or-go-home situation this late in the season.
3-1, swings and misses. Low end works back from a 3-0 count to a 3-2 count.
I mean, in the Western Division, if you're under 500, you are not in a playoff spot. There are some teams that are over 500 and missing a playoff spot, but the Eastern Division just a lot weaker this summer.
Lumberjacks held a playoff spot in late June, but haven't won a game since June 27th. Here's the 3-2 to Strand. A bouncing ball over the head of Zeb Swangham because he was playing in on the grass. Coming in to score is Chaz Wright, and it's a single for P.J. Strand.
Now batting number
So
5.
it's immediately 2-0 here in the top of the first. Still no outs. Swangham a .905 fielding percentage. Nothing he could do there as he was playing it on the grass, but that's kind of what these errors do to you, is they put you in uncomfortable situations that can only get worse. Otherwise, that would be an automatic 6-3, but instead, Daniel Tome is up with a runner on first. The first pitch to Tome misses inside. And Low End's day does not get any easier here. Tome hitting .373 on the year. On base percentage of .429. And when he gets on base, he's a speed threat as well. 1-0 is in there for a strike. PJ Strand, the runner on first. 2 stolen bases on the year, but teams can kind of run at free will against the Lumberjacks. We've seen that all season long. And he does. Runner takes off from first. Bischoff's throw is high and a little bit offline. It's a stolen base for PJ Strand. And it's a runner in scoring position now for Tomei. Right on cue, PJ Strand takes off. And it's turning what could have been a ground out into a double.
I mean, I've seen it all season long. I don't know how many more times we can really say it.
I feel like a broken record at this point. Just repeating what I've been seeing all season long. Counts 1-1 to Tomei. Pitch from Lo Wenxing is just inside. Lo Wen doesn't like it. Scott Ertz, home plate umpire, says no. Scott Ertz, when I shook his hand earlier today and asked him what his name was, he asked what my name was and then asked me how long it would take for me to be on ESPN. I didn't quite have an answer to that. 2-1 to Tomei, swinging a chopping ground ball to Jihad Guy. Fields it awkwardly, but corrals it and throws on to first. But the throw to first is offline, takes Ian Farber off the bag. It's another error for the Boonville Lumberjacks, and it's runners on the corners, still no outs in the inning.
I mean, that's unfortunate right there. It's the errors for this team, the unforced mistakes. Another one right there by Jihad Guy.
So make that 82 on the year for the Lumberjacks, only digging deeper in the rankings. Their .935 fielding percentage, if you guessed it, is also worst in the PGCBL. Need a miracle to win this one as they're already down 2 runs with runners on the corners for Vincent Duffy, who does take a first pitch strike.
I don't know if they need a miracle. It's the first inning.
Well, the reason I say they need a miracle, Evan, is because they're last in 4 stats that are pretty determinative of 4 different qualities of baseball, which is pitching, fielding, base running, and hitting. And batting average, worst in the league. ERA, worst in the league. Stolen bases, last in the league. And fielding percentage, worst in the league. And another reason, Evan, that I say that is because the batter right now, Vincent Duffy, had an absolute field day. The last time these 2 teams played each other, he went 3 for 4, was a triple away from the cycle. And that's including a walk as well. Runner takes off from first. There will be no throw from Seth Bischoff. Tomei moves to second. It's PJ Strand on third. Still no outs here in the top of the first. So Lo Wen more or less doing his job. Gave up a walk, but then produced relatively weak contact. Lumberjack defense letting him down. 0-2 is in the dirt, blocked by Seth Bischoff. He doesn't see it. PJ Strand comes home. Bischoff flips it to the covering Lo Wenxing, who is late in doing so. PJ Strand comes in to score 3-0 Oneonta.
Yeah, that was not great, Brady.
No, it was not. A ball that didn't even go to the backstop, just went behind Seth Bischoff, the catcher. He never saw it, and that was enough for PJ Strand on third to get a good enough read and advance home. And his spot was retaken by Daniel Tomei, who reached via an error. Already 2 errors before the Lumberjacks have recorded an out. On the bright side, counts 1-2 to Vincent Duffy, who swings and hits a high fly ball to center field. Will Hill is under it. There will be a play at the plate. Will Hill's throw is on line but cut off by Ian Farber. It's a sac fly for Vincent Duffy, but it's the first out of the inning for the Boonville Lumberjacks.
Yeah, gotta look at the silver lining. That's out number 1, even though that is run number 4 of this game for Oneonta.
Number 34, Alex Venetia.
Brings up Alex Venetia, the first baseman for the Oneonta Outlaws. Venetia on the year, hitting 200 with an on-base percentage of .351. 11 walks in that time. First pitch swinging. It's a slow roller to the third baseman, Eli Negron. Fields on a hop and throws over to first. And 1 pitch is all Lo Wenxing needs to retire Alex Venetia. That's 2 outs in the inning.
Yeah, that really should have been out number 3, but good play by Negron. That one hopped up off the grass right at the very end of its run, but Negron there to back it up, and good play over at the hot corner.
Brings up the catcher, Matthew Mayer now. He homered the last time these 2 teams played against each other. It was the dagger that came in the 8th inning, resulted in a run rule for the Boonville Lumberjacks. That came last Friday. First pitch to Meyer, grounded to the shortstop. Zeb Swingham plays it all the way from the grass. The long throw is in time, however. Ian Farber picks it out of the dirt. But Oneonta plates 4 before we'll head to the bottom half of the first. I'm Brady Foxwell, alongside Evan Sambita. We'll see you after the break. It's the Lumberjacks' turn at the dish, bottom half of the first. On the mound for the Oneonta Outlaws is Zachary Rao out of SUNY Oneonta. An ERA of 4.46 on the season. That's through 36 1/3 completed innings over 10 appearances. For the Boonville Lumberjacks, leading off, it's Jihad Guy and Will Hill, Kanias Davis. Those are the 3 that he'll have to face. Wyatt Lassiter, Masai Marshall, Eli Negron follow after. It's Ian Farber, Zeb Swingham, Bronx Lewis, and the 10-hole hitter is Seth Bischoff for the Boonville side. As for Oneonta, in the field, of course, pitching is Zach Rao. Catching, Matthew Meyer. First base is Alex Venesia. Second base, Chaz Wright. Shortstop is Augie Maslow. And the third baseman is Fabio Marquez. In left field, Jack Lockwood. Center field, PJ Strand. And in right field, Vincent Duffy.
Now batting number 17, Jihad Guy.
Jihad Guy, the leadoff hitter for the Boonville Lumberjacks. Already made an error on the game. He'll have the attempt to remedy that here in first at-bat. 236 on the year. That's 13 hits on the season. Few doubles. Often hits it to the opposite field. First pitch is down low for a ball. Mostly a contact hitter. His 2 doubles have come both times here at Hampton Aggregates, where he'll take a fastball and hit it to the right side of the infield and just gets past the defenders. Of course, he's a speedy guy. As you see the third baseman, Fabio Marquez, playing in on the grass. Jihad Guy fouls back. The 1-0 offering counts even.
You think we're going to get that foul ball today, Brady?
I don't think so. Jihad Guy is the one to do it, though.
Yeah.
He's a righty, and obviously, for starters, it has to be a righty in the batter's box for it to happen. But for some reason, it's Jihad Guy who always follows him back here. So if it were to happen, it would happen about now. 1-1 from Jihad Guy. He is fouled back, but not to us.
Like, if that's on a line, that's the right line. It just needs to be to the left of us.
That's hit too hard, though. Like, if that's coming at me that fast, I'm moving out the way.
I'm catching that 100%.
Like, that one was hit pretty hard, and I don't have a glove on me.
You don't need a glove.
I'm sorry?
You don't need a glove.
If it's hit hard at me, I'm protecting my computer before anything else. 1-2 to Jihad Guy is in there. It's a backwards K to start the day for the Lumberjacks, and next up will be Will Hill.
And now how you want to start off the game. Jihad Guy usually does strike out to begin the game, which I found out to be an interesting trend for the leadoff man of the Lumberjacks, but I think he usually does strike out to lead off the game, but I think really he just goes in there and tries to kind of dissect what the pitcher is throwing and relay that to his teammates. Not a guy who strikes out too much, but
only when he leads off the
only the first at-bat of the game, it seems like.
Interesting. First pitch to Will Hill is fouled back. Now that is the right line right there.
That's about as close as we're going to get.
Hopefully you folks at home got a trajectory on that foul ball. That is perfect. If he misses by, 10 feet maybe?
Yeah.
That's coming right towards me.
We need
that's one that I can make a play on.
The golf simulator trail so they can see the ball come back here.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if we have that budget within our broadcast, Evan. Counts 0-1 to Will Hill. Pitch misses outside, counts even at 1-1.
Speaking of golf, the coaches yesterday did not show.
Ducked. Evan, we've said it all season long. I don't think they actually wanted to play us.
I don't think so. I think they were scared, to be honest.
17 and 20 handicap golfers respectively. 1-1 to Will Hill. Misses up high. Hill on the year, 219 average. He has 1 homer in that time, but a few extra base hits. 6 of his 16 hits are for extra bases. And in center field, he's been perfect in the field. Pretty much the only Lumberjack who is 1,000 fielding percentage. Two and 1 to Hill, misses outside. You know, if we're talking about good golfers, you got to look at the Boonville Lumberjacks side. The man in the hole currently, Wyatt Lassiter, incredible golfer, and Zeb Swingham, who's hitting much later in the lineup. They torched us the last time we played against them, the last and only time. As a 3-1 pitch to Will Hill. Misses outside. It's a 5-pitch walk. Lumberjacks have a man on.
That's what you're going to need to do if the Lumberjacks just take what they're going to give you. I mean, the Lumberjacks, as you mentioned earlier in this game, do not get on base effectively at all, but they're going to give you the 4 pitches outside the zone. You got to take them, and Kanice Davis, very, very capable batter of batting some runs in.
Kanice Davis, probably the best hitter that's left on this Boonville Lumberjack team. Hitting 270 on the year, still in search of his first homer. Now would be a good time to get it. First pitch misses up high, ball 1. Davis out of Alcorn State, officially committed to Florida A&M University, a better HBCU. 270 on the year. It's 17 hits, 3 extra bases, and 12 walks. When he gets on base, he has the most stolen bases on the team. He has 11. 1-0 to Davis is in there for a strike. Counts even at 1-1. Last day of the season. Just crazy to think about it. Will Hill takes off from first. Meyer's throw is on line, but bounces and hits Will Hill. Goes into the outfield, but not far enough that he can take second base. However, it is a stolen base for Will Hill. It's his second of the year.
Yeah, good jump right there. I think he would have been in some danger had that ball been on line and not hit him, but way to get in the way. Got to take it any way you can.
Yeah, it was a great throw from Matthew Meyer. You got to throw it in the dirt to have a chance at him, but by throwing it in the dirt, of course, it's harder for the shortstop, Augie Maslow, to pick, and ball goes into outfield as a result. It's different when the ball goes into the outfield for the Lumberjacks, though, because I feel like every time that happens, it goes way deep into the outfield, and whoever they're playing gets an extra 90 feet as a result. I wonder if any Mohawk Valley Diamond Dog fans or anyone affiliated is watching our broadcast, curious to see if they're playing in the upcoming days. Davis fouls off the 1-2 offering. I think I would be.
Yeah, I would. I certainly would be. If this was the Lumberjacks playing someone else, I'd be tuned in.
Counts 1-2 to Kanice Davis with a runner on second. Lumberjacks ideally want to get one back right here. 1-2 catches the outside part of the zone. Kanice Davis goes looking. It's 2 strikeouts on the day for Zach Rao.
And that's 2 looking strikeouts for the Lumberjacks now that they have not agreed with. I don't know if Scott Ertz's strike zone is just a little bit larger on the outside part of the plate, but they just have not been seeing the ball very well on the outside corner.
No, definitely not so far. It's 2 strikeouts already. Both of them gone looking. You just mentioned it. Brings up Wyatt Lassiter. Another guy who's been here from day one. First pitch from Zach Rao. Swings and hits it through to the right field line. It's fielded by Vincent Duffy. Will Hill takes the big turn at third, and he is in there. It's an RBI single for Wyatt Lassiter. The Lumberjacks are on the board.
Big at bat right there, and just grounds it through on the right side. That's exactly what you need. It's the man who leads this team in hits and gets another one right there and gets the Lumberjacks just a little bit closer.
That brings up Masai Marshall, the designated hitter out of Northwestern. No longer transferred to George Washington University. That's where he'll be playing the upcoming days. It's Wyatt Lasser on first. First pitch to Masai Marshall, catches the outside part of the zone. Changeup lands for a strike. Wyatt Lassiter was the best hitter for the Lumberjacks in the last game. At one point, they had 2 hits as a team, and both of them belonged to Wyatt Lassiter. The 0-1 backdoor slider doesn't land for a strike. Count is even. Marshall, one of the late additions for the Boonville Lumberjacks, showed up when the team was 2-7. I told him, hey, we're not actually 2-7 bad. He said, oh, I didn't know we were 2-7 to begin with. Lumberjacks then went on a 5-game winning streak. 1-1 misses outside.
I thought you scared him off when you said that.
I thought I did too, because like back in 2023 when the Pistons really weren't good, Cade Cunningham said we're not 2-26 bad. That's kind of what I was telling him. Like, dude, we're not actually 2-7 bad. And he was like, oh, we're 2-7. I'm like, oh, yeah. He's like, oh, well, all right, let's start winning, and we did for a week.
What a great week it was.
With that being said, I don't think we're 8-29 bad. 2-1 to Masai Marshall misses outside.
That's what we've been saying all year, and while I do agree with it, at a certain point, 20 losses in a row.
Hey, 19.
19 losses in a row, excuse me. You kind of got to look around and say, if we were better than this, we wouldn't have lost this many games.
You are what your record says you are. Something my dad always tells me. 3-1 from Masai Marshall is almost lined into center field, but Augie Maslow, like it's top 10 on SportsCenter, takes a hit away from Marshall and effectively ends the rally as well. We'll head to the top of the second. Outlaws lead 4-1. Welcome back to the broadcast. It's the top half of the second. Back out on the mound for a second inning of work is Lo Wenxing. 4 runs scored in the top half of the inning. Of course, not all were his fault. Leading off will be Fabio Marquez, the third baseman.
Up to bat, number 40, Fabio Marquez.
Marquez on the year, .315 average, on base percentage of .420. No homers, looking for his first on the season. Out of Coker University. Here's Lowen's first pitch. Way up high, almost hits him. Instead goes to the backstop, counts 1-0. The first home game of the season was against the Oneonta Outlaws. Lumberjacks lost that one 6-4. As Fabio Marquez is hit by the fastball, reaches as the leadoff hitter in the top of the second. The season will also end against the Oneonta Outlaws at home.
46, Augie Maslow.
It was Jonathan Tetzloff who started that game all the way back on May 31st. Tetzloff has since hurt his shoulder and is currently sitting next to CG in the dugout, resting for the end of the season as Lowen almost hits Augie Maslow. Says that's for taking away a hit from Masai Marshall. No, he doesn't actually. Fastball just runs inside.
I mean, that's one way to back a guy off the plate when he shows bunt. Definitely not intentional, but might work to his advantage. I mean, with the way the Lumberjacks are playing defense, you would take a sacrifice bunt right here.
Yeah, just get the guaranteed out. Is it guaranteed? You gotta hope so. Gotta hope so. Runner on first is Marquez. It's Augie Maslow, the shortstop, batting. Marquez takes off from first. Bischoff's throw is a good one. Did Jihad Guy apply the tag? He did not. Bischoff, rather than throwing it in the dirt, left it up high, but a good slide from Fabio Marquez avoids the tag from the second baseman, Jihad Guy.
I thought he got that one down for a second there, but second base umpire has a much better view than we do.
Yeah, Tom Jaritzi says no. Jihad Guy doesn't argue it. No reason in disputing it. Counts 1-1 now to Maslow. Make that 2-1 as the 1-1 offering is in the dirt. Two and one now to Maslow. Fouls that off, and it's 2-2. Due up after Maslow is Lockwood. Then the lineup flips over, and Xander Johnson gets his second AB. Lumberjacks also used to have a high school kid in the lineup. It was Oliver Lawrence. No longer with us on the team, I should say.
Jeez, Brady.
No longer wearing the Boonville Lumberjacks uniform. He's getting ready for his upcoming freshman year at Merrimack University, where he will be playing catcher. Very much alive, however. Counts 3-2 now to Augie Maslow. Be a great out for Lo Wen-Shing if he could get it. 3-2 offering, chop to the second baseman, Jihad Guy. He's got plenty of time, and his throw is on line. First out here in the top of the second.
Now, way to wait under that one. Jihad Guy kind of just stuck in between it with the ball in the air, but good, clean, quick transfer and gets him for out number one.
That's about as easy as they get from an infield standpoint. A very slow, chopped ground ball to the second baseman. You know, there should be no holding your breath when you see that as a Lumberjacks fan. That brings up Jack Lockwood, the left fielder. And kind of interesting about Lockwood, he plays for Grand Rapids Community College. Now, if you've heard that name before, it's because our catcher, Seth Bischoff, also plays for Grand Rapids Community College. I asked Seth about his relationship with Lockwood. He said they're pretty good friends, and he'll probably give him, something when he comes up to the plate. But Lockwood gets the better of the Lumberjacks right there as he lines that one down the first base line. Bronx Lewis has a long throw from right field that is on line, but slightly late after being cut off by Jihad Guy. It's an RBI double for Jack Lockwood.
Yeah, put that one in a pretty good spot. That was a closer throw than I thought it would be. Bronx Lewis with a great arm out in right, but Lockwood in there safely.
Yeah, it was a good throw from Lewis in right. Jihad Guy probably with the right idea to cut it off. But Lockwood just a little too fast and is in there with a double. That brings up Xander Johnson in his first at-bat in the PGCBL. Just 30 minutes ago, he reached base with a walk. Still looking for that first hit, however. Now would be a good opportunity for it with a runner on second base. Scores 5-1 early. Lumberjacks have to play out of a hole that they've more or less dug themselves in. Low end steps off, annoyed with Jack Lockwood's antics on second. Oh, 1 misses outside, counts 1-1. Seth Bischoff, as a catcher, has thrown 9 runners out on the season. Made his second error earlier today. Johnson grounds that one up the middle. Neither Zeb Swingham nor Jihad Guy could make a play on it. And it's an RBI single for Johnson.
Now batting number 24, Chaz
Just placed
Wright.
very well. A very tough play for either infielder to make. And it's another run for Oneonta, score now 6-1. It's 38 pitches for Lo Wen-Shing already, and he's only recorded 1 1/3 of an inning. First pitch to Chaz Wright, misses outside. Wright extended his on-base percentage, made it even higher than 600 in his last at-bat, where he had a single that put Xander Johnston to third. Lo Wen picks off at Johnson at first, but he is safe, however. Weather still looks okay. I don't see any gray clouds hovering in. Johnson takes off from first. Seth Bischoff's throw. This one is low, and there's a cloud of dust coming in from second. Johnson's slide kind of collided with Zeb Swingham. Both get up and are okay. Johnson with the stolen base. That's his first. Johnson appears to be okay on second. Jihad Guy checking that he is. Will resume play. Counts 2-0 to the 2-hole hitter Chaz Wright. Left side of the infield very open as Zeb Swingham has to hold on Johnson. 2-0 does land in for a strike. Counts 2-1 now. The 2-1 from Lo Wen-Shing is in the dirt and to the backstop. Gets past Seth Bischoff, and Xander Johnson now on third. Resulting from a slow chopper up the middle. I believe they call that a wild pitch on Lo Wen-Shing. Just a typical defensive performance from the Lumberjacks early. They'll really have to correct it if they want any chance of winning this game where they're already down 5. Chaz Wright gets jammed, flies that to center. Wyatt Laster's under it. He has a good arm. Taking off from third is no one because Xander Johnson respects it. But it goes past Seth Bischoff. And Johnson is ultimately in to score anyway. Kind of an unnecessary throw from Wyatt Laster, but I understand it because he thought Johnson was going to pick off. Lo Wen-Shing, however, because he's trying to back up and the ball ricochets off Bischoff, goes all the way to the Oneonta dugout. No chance to get him.
PJ Strand.
I think that's a very necessary throw.
Yeah, I realized it as I said it. No, he definitely thought he was going to take off. Just, we got to make sure that ball is corralled, however. Score moves to 7-1. First pitch to PJ Strand fouled back in Two Moms Kitchen, the concession stand here at Hanson Aggregates Field. Oh, 1 to PJ Strand is in there for a strike. Lo Wen now 1 out away from finally getting out of the inning. Here's the 0-2 to Strand. Misses up high. Counts 1-2. Lumberjacks, 3 errors already. They had 6 in their last game against the Outlaws. 1-2, the off-speed slips out of Low Wen's hand. Counts even at 2-2 now. Two and two from Lo Wen Xing. That one is in there. Lo Wen's first strikeout of the day is the one looking. Gets PJ Strand. We'll head to the bottom of the second. Lumberjacks down 7-1. Bottom of the second here at Hanson Aggregates Field. Still on the mound for the Oneonta Outlaws is Zach Rao. His first task will be another lefty. It's Eli Negron, Ian Farber, the lefty, to face him afterwards. Negron playing third base for the Boonville Lumberjacks today.
Eli Negron.
On the year, hitting just under 200, 195 is the batting average. 3 homers in that time. They all came in a 4-game span, tracing back to mid-June. First pitch to Negron is in there for a strike. Negron out of the University of Maryland Eastern Shore, currently in the transfer portal, one of the few Lumberjacks who haven't committed to a new home already, still weighing his options. 0-1 to Negron is also in there for a strike. He's quickly down 0-2. Negron, as a pitcher, has a 1.8 ERA. That's through 5 innings of work. Not a pitcher by any means, but when tasked to do so, shut down his opponents. 0-2 to Negron, misses outside. So Oneonta already up 7-1, but typically don't play well on the road. Their road record is 6-12. But the last time they came here, 2 times ago, that score was 3-12. Since then, they've won their last 3 on the road and are threatening to make it 4 as Eli Negron lines that one into right field. Takes the off speed the other way for a single. Takes a wide turn at first, but he'll get back. It's a leadoff single to start the bottom of the second.
Now batting for the Lumberjacks, number 31, Ian Farber.
That brings up Ian Farber now. With the runner on, no outs. Looking just continue the momentum, if any, that Eli Negron brought. It's up to Farber to decide if there is any. It's a lefty-lefty matchup. Farber on the year, kind of similar to Negron, is not typically a pitcher, but has pitched in some outings. He takes an 0-1 strike. Farber on the year, 163 is the batting average. He has 2 homers in that time. 3 total extra base hits of his 8. 0-1 quickly down 0-2 is late on the fastball. That's Christian Griffin saying be confident down the third base line, trying to give the lefty some encouragement. Rao shakes off his catcher. It's Eli Negron at first. 0-2 offering goes back to the fastball. Farber a little more on time, fouls that one back. One thing that assistant coach Trent Nash has been preaching is short-term memory. If you strike out, who cares? If you make an error, who cares? Just focus on the next at-bat. Seems the Lumberjacks are getting in their heads in this 19-game losing streak. 0-2 to the backstop. Eli Negron moves to second, and now there's a runner in scoring position.
After Trent told us that a couple days ago, I tried to apply that mentality to golf, and it worked as well. It did, yeah. I went out there on the course the other day, no thoughts, just nothing in the head. Scored my best round ever.
Nice. Hopefully the Lumberjacks are also taking it to heart as well, but during baseball. Counts 1-2 to Farber with Eli Negron now on second. Fouls that off, just staying alive. Zach Rao feeding him a steady diet of fastballs until he can prove that he can stay on time with it. An earlier start today was 5:30 was the first pitch time. So the early innings will be filled with the sun. Both teams have to make that adjustment. Farber fouls off the fastball yet again. That one, I think he fouled off his shin. He'll walk around in a bit of pain. He's still got to get back in the batter's box, however. Despite being the last game of the season for the Lumberjacks, fairly quiet here at the Lumberyard. 1-2 to Farber. Goes down looking, kind of makes the call for the home plate umpire, Scott Ertz, as he just walks back with his head down to the dugout. Third strikeout of the day for Zach Rao. All have come looking.
Now batting number 2.
It's that outside part of the plate that the Lumberjacks are really just having a hard time seeing. I don't know if it's the 5:30 start time or where the sun is right now, but it's been a struggle so far in this game.
Lumberjacks don't face lefties often. Wondering if that plays any factor in it. That brings up Zeb Swangham. First pitch from the lefty Rao is outside. Swangham out of the University of North Carolina, Asheville, not in the transfer portal. True freshman last year, started just about every game with North Carolina, Asheville. No reason to transfer when you get the reps that he does. Looking to improve on his freshman season next year. 1-0. As you mentioned, it paints the black on the outside part of the zone, counts even now. Swangham on the year, 196 is the average. 3 homers in that time, 13 RBIs, has walked 11 times. ERA for Zeb Swangham, 63. That came in 1 inning of work as Negron fakes taking off for third. That came in 1 inning of work against the Oneonta Outlaws, one of the last times the Lumberjacks were there. They were truly almost entirely out of pitchers. Zeb Swangham stepped up, and while we applaud the effort for stepping up, didn't have his best outing out on the mound. He threw strikes. No one can take that away from him. But part of throwing strikes is leaving it over the plate. 2-1 to Swangham. Hits that one pretty well into the right center gap. It'll get down. It's the very top of the wall. Coming in to score with ease is Eli Negron. Moving into second is Zeb Swangham. An RBI double for the North Carolina Asheville double.
Man, he killed that ball off the top of the Inlet Marina sign down there. Just about 7 feet up on the 10-foot wall, and much needed double right there for the Lumberjacks.
Number 9, Bronx Lewis.
Yeah, I might have prematurely said gets down. I didn't think the ball would carry as much as it did. That ball had a chance to get over the wall, actually. Instead, you mentioned it, just hits the top of one of our wonderful sponsors here in Boonville, New York, the Inlet Marina sign. That brings up Bronx Lewis, lefty-lefty matchup for the graduated college student out of Concordia. First pitch goes to the off speed, is in there for a strike. Mixing things up with the first pitch off speed, throwing off Bronx Lewis, or at least trying to. Lewis on the year hitting 145, also in search of his first homer. Goes back to the off speed and lands that one for a strike as well. Lewis got to get the bat off his shoulder. He's quickly down 0-2. Except swing him on second. Opportunity to drive him in. Lumberjacks still down 5 runs, score 7-2. Here's the 0-2 to Bronx Lewis. Lines that one up the middle. Swangham gets the sign at third, and he's coming home. And it's an RBI single for Bronx Lewis. Lumberjacks, that's 2 in the inning with only 1 out.
Yeah, just 1 out. They just keep getting hits. That's now 2 in a row for the Lumberjack team, 3 in the inning. And just keep climbing a little bit closer.
Seth Bischoff.
Here's Seth Bischoff's turn, the 10-hole hitter and the catcher for the Lumberjacks. Hitting 160 on the year, 2 extra base hits in that time. But he's walked a bit as well, 5 walks on the season. Bronx Lewis, the runner at first. Bischoff, first pitch swinging, skies it into center field. Under it is P.J. Strand battling the sun, but it's no issue. A can of corn for Bischoff, and the lineup flips over. Jihad Guy looking to remedy his error and strikeout on the day so far. Try and keep the inning alive. Struck out looking as the leadoff man in the bottom half of the first. Now he comes up in the bottom of the second with Bronx Lewis on first. Lumberjacks doing pretty well at the plate so far. A 1 spot in the first, 2 here in the second. But the pitcher's got to match it in defense as well. Jihad Guy fouls off that first pitch, count 0-1. Lewis takes off for first. Meyer's throw is a good one, and just late, Bronx Lewis is into second with the stolen base. That's his 4th of the year.
A little bit more of a nervy play than you would like right there. That one extremely close, but I thought that throw in the dirt, that's what took the spin off of it and ultimately what allowed Lewis to get in there safely.
Yeah, it's always hard stealing on a lefty. Bronx Lewis, 2 strikes, 2 outs, might as well. That gives Jihad Guy the chance to drive him in with a single. Oneonta Outlaws outfield playing pretty deep. 0-2 to Jihad Guy. That's back-to-back strikeouts for Jihad Guy. Zach Rao escapes with a runner on second. Score 7-3. We'll see you in the top of the third. Top of the third here at Hanson Aggregates. Leading off for the Oneonta Outlaws is Daniel Tomei. Reached and came around to score back in the first via an error from the second baseman, Jihad Guy. He'll face off against Lo Wen Shing. 47 pitches already through 2 innings. Lumberjacks, a successful bottom half of the second inning. They put up 2 runs. Still trail by a bit. First pitch to Tomei is in the dirt. Lumberjack defense now has to battle the sun as the Outlaw defense just did 10 minutes ago. Here's the 1-0 to Tomei. Swings, hits a liner, sinking liner to the right fielder Bronx Lewis, but he comes in on it with room to spare. Quick out for Lo Wen Shing and the Lumberjacks. They needed that.
Definitely much needed. I mean, the offense has not really been too bad here today. 3 runs in 2 innings. Not really too much over the asking, but it's just been the pitching. 7 runs in 2 innings. That's been the issue.
Yeah, pleasantly surprised with the Boonville Lumberjacks offense. 3 runs in 2 innings. I mean, you'll take that any day of the week, no matter what. However, 3 errors defensively is kind of what's killing them. First pitch to Vincent Duffy is in there for a strike. Lo Wen Shing lands the off speed. But it's the errors that are killing them, as I just said. They had 6 in their last game against the Oneonta Outlaws. They're currently on pace for 9. Got to help out their pitcher, whoever it may be. Lo Wen Shing's 0-1. Can't get the strike call from Scott Ertz right there. Count 1-1 now. One and one to Duffy. It's a changeup that has Duffy way out front. Count 1-2 now. Duffy, an all-star per the PGCBL, has been fantastic for the Oneonta Outlaws this year. 333 average, 2 homers, 440 on-base percentage. Walked 16 times, 18 RBIs. 1-2 misses up high. One of the very tough outs to get on this Oneonta Outlaw team. Despite their record, a team that, in my opinion, does deserve a playoff spot. Mohawk Valley Diamond Dogs do as well. It'll be interesting to see how the PGCBL standings play out tonight with those 2 teams battling for 4th place. 2-2 to Duffy, fouled off. He'll stay alive.
I really think the interesting part about it is that Mohawk Valley doesn't have a game tonight. It's out of their hands.
Yeah.
They're just waiting on Oneonta, a win or a loss. That'll decide their fate.
And it's kind of funny to think about it. Lumberjacks haven't beaten Oneonta, but they have beaten the Diamond Dogs. They swept them in a doubleheader back in June. So let it be the Lumberjacks who play spoil to the Diamond Dogs, or they'll do the same tonight. It's a backwards K for Vincent Duffy. Lo Wen Shing goes to the fastball in the 2-2 count, and that's 2 quick outs here in the top of the 3rd.
No, I am going to say it's the Sun tonight, Brady. That is now 5 looking strikeouts from both of these teams combined. Second for Oneonta. And it's got to be something. It's either the strike zone or the Sun, but this has not happened in a single game so far this season.
Yeah, no one going down swinging. Here's Alex Venezia. First pitch misses outside. Venezia on the day. One at bat. It was a ground out to the 3rd baseman, Eli Negron. 1-0 misses outside as well. Counts 2-0.
And Lo Wen Shing, one thing about him, he likes to keep the arm active in between innings. We always see him go down to the bullpen and throw with one of the fellow pitchers in between innings, and certainly seems to be working for him right here.
Yeah, keep it warm by any means. Got to stay ready. 2-0 to Venezia does land for a strike. Count 2-1 now. No other action in the Boonville bullpen early in the game, but Lo Wen Shing has a pitch count of 58, so I'm not sure what his pitch limit is. We saw other pitchers like Kanias Davis go into 100 the other day. That's a line drive base hit at least for Venezia. That one is cut off by the left fielder Lassiter, and that's all it will be is a base hit for Venezia. 2-out knock.
Yeah, that's a good job by Lassiter out and left to cut that ball off. It was in the gap, could have been dangerous, but cuts it off in a really good throw to second base and holds up Venetia over at first.
Brings up Matthew Meyer. One at bat so far was a ground out to Zev Swingham, the shortstop. He bats with a runner on. It's Venetia. I thought that ball was going to go to the wall. Wyatt Lassiter. It's a really strong outfield for the Lumberjacks. Lassiter, Hill, and Lewis is about as good as it gets, in my opinion, at least defensively. Venetia fakes taking off for first. It's a first pitch strike to Meyer.
Yeah, it's Lewis out and right that really sticks out. I mean, he's been a black hole in the outfield this whole summer. Interestingly, playing in right today, though, not in center where he usually starts.
Yeah, Wyatt Lassiter also spends time in right. Consider him the strongest arm on the team. Arm gets over 100 miles an hour. It's a ground ball to Zeb Swingham, slides to field it, and he does cleanly, flips to Jihad Guy, the second baseman. And it's a relatively clean inning for Lo Wensheng. We'll head to the bottom of the third. Lumberjacks trailing 7-3. Bottom of the third here at Hanson Aggregates Field, leading off for his second turn of the dish is Will Hill. He walked in his first
Now
at-bat.
batting number 7, Will Hill.
He's facing Zachary Rao, who's still out there for his third inning of work. Breezing by so far. He's allowed 3 runs, but works quickly. First pitch to Hill. First pitch swinging, fouls it back. Hill out of the University of Texas, going the JUCO route, transferred to Wharton County Community College, headed back to the state of Texas for the upcoming school year. Enjoying his time in Boonville, at least is what he told me. Here's the 0-1 to Hill, misses outside. He's focused on reworking his swing with the third base coach and head coach of the team, Christian Griffin. And also not trying to stay results-oriented and, like LeBron coming to Philly, trust the process. Here's the 1-1 to Will Hill. Swings and misses late on the fastball. I'm not sure LeBron is part of the process. Is the process over?
I think the process has been over for a while.
As long as Embiid is on the team, I think the process is still happening. 1-2 from Will Hill, grounded to the left side. Augie Maslow with his second incredible play of the day from the outfield grass throws out the speedy Will Hill. 1 out here in the bottom of the third.
That's a tough play by Maslow going to his back foot. I mean, every game we've seen him against the Lumberjacks this season, he has been on fire, especially in the field. Stole a hit from Masai Marshall back in the first inning, and another impressive play right there.
Yeah, Maslow, he plays against the Lumberjacks every time they come out. First pitch to Kanias Davis misses up high. And yeah, at shortstop, it's not fun when you hit it to him. Similar to how Utica had Peritano. He made pretty much every play that came his way. It feels the same way for Augie Maslow. 1-0 to Davis. Misses up high, counts 2-0. Not playing for the Outlaws today is their other first baseman, Colton Penner. When I was the first base coach on a trip to Oneonta about 2 weeks ago, he kept me entertained. It was Lumberjacks. It was a slow day offensively. They lost 22-1. 2-0 to Davis, misses outside. So I was chatting it up with him and the other first base umpire. It's a fun day. Colton Penner, very chill guy.
I remember that day. It was not a great
not a
game
great
to
day
broadcast.
for the Lumberjacks. No, not by any means. As a first base coach, my job was pretty easy that day. 4-pitch walk for Kanias Davis. 1-out runner here for the Boonville Lumberjacks.
Just the second walk of the day for
Now
Boonville.
batting
Not
for
really being
Boonville,
too patient
number
at the plate, but
25,
also only 3
Wyatt
strikeouts.
Lassiter.
Brings up Lassiter, RBI single in his last at-bat. He's got Kanias Davis on first. He drove in Hill last time. That came in the first. And a big reason for that was because Will stole second. Davis leads the team with 11 stolen bases, potentially an opportunity to go for second here despite a lefty on the mound. First pitch to Wyatt Lassiter, swings and misses. Oh, 1 to Lassiter, grounds it up the middle, an opportunity for 2, it's an opportunity for none. Goes under the glove of Augie Maslow. Kanias Davis going from first to third. The throw is late, and that allows Wyatt Lassiter to move to second. So a bit of luck for the Boonville Lumberjacks, and Wyatt Lassiter is into second base. There's 2 runners, both in scoring position.
Now
Yeah,
batting
crafty
number
right there
28,
from Lassiter. A to take
Marshall.
second bag, but just to hit that one right up the middle. Again, it's Maslow at the shortstop position, but just can't make the play right there. And it's a tough ball to field, but Lumberjacks won't mind.
That brings up Masai Marshall now. He's got 2 runners in scoring position. Lumberjacks currently trailing by 4 runs, need at least 1 right here. First pitch to Marshall, fastball, misses downstairs. Marshall, one of the later additions, as I was mentioning, has 9 RBIs on the season so far. That's in 21 games played. 12 hits, 6 of them for extra bases. 1-0 is grounded to Maslow, who bobbles that one. Still has a chance to get Marshall at first, and he does. But it's an RBI fielder's choice for Masai Marshall. Put one on the board for the Lumberjacks, scores 7-4.
Yeah, tough one right there. I think Marshall could have beat that one out if he's running on 2 healthy legs, but won't mind it right there. It's an RBI, and they just keep clawing a little bit closer.
Yeah, it feels important to mention that Masai Marshall's hamstring is fried. That's why he's the designated hitter or extra hitter only in these PGCBL games. He used to play the outfield, was pretty good defensively, but doesn't anymore, just used to hit. And yeah, might have to unhook the trailer. Of course, not his fault.
Yeah, I think we'll see him go back to playing the outfield after this PGCBL summer, but just needs some time to rest and recover that leg.
Eli Negron singled in his last at-bat. Doing that again means the score would be 7-5. 1-0 misses outside, 2-0. So high scoring already. Lumberjacks are jumping on Zach Rao, the pitcher. But it was that 4 spot in the top of the first. Makes it hard to come back from for the Boonville side. Two-0 to Negron. Kind of a sword right there. Swings and misses. Counts 2-1 now.
And it's Low-End Shing getting the arm warm again down near the bullpen with Mason Michael. Just does that every inning.
Well, at least it worked from the second going to the third. He put up a 0. Could use another one from him. Negron with a high fly ball. Will it stay in play? It does. And that ends things here in the bottom of the third. A fly out to the right fielder, Duffy. Lumberjacks plate yet another, score 7-4. We'll see you in the top of the fourth. Top half of the fourth, it's Lo Wensheng back out there. 61 pitches on the day so far after his best inning of work came 30 minutes ago when the top of the third. A 4-batter inning, only Alex Venetia reached on a single. He'll have to face Fabio Marquez to lead off the inning. He was hit by a pitch back in the second inning. Lo Wen obviously doesn't want to do that again. The command has been there for Lo Wensheng so far. That hit by pitch was the second free pass after walking Xander Johnson to start the game. It's really been errors that have killed him so far. 3 in 3 innings so far. Sun slowly crawling over. Don't think it's in the don't think it's in the Outlaws or the current batting team's line of sight. It's not the best. What's the name for
Batter's
it?
eye?
Batter's eye. Thank you. Wow, I'm blanking. It's not the best batter's eye in center field, just a black tarp. But it does the job as Marquez skies that one to the right field. Jihad guy under it. That's one out quickly here in the top of the fourth.
It's not the best, especially just because of how low it is. Like when you're looking up, you're kind of looking at the trees, depending on what position you're looking from. It certainly is a lot worse if you're batting from the left side as well, because there's basically no batter eye.
Hopefully it doesn't align perfectly with the white 365 letters, which cannot possibly be right. It is so much deeper than that. I'm not sure what it is to center, but I mean, we've never seen anything go out to center, and if it was 365, we would see a few balls leave. I mean, look how deep Will Hill's playing, and he's not even close to the wall. It's 2 quick strikes on Augie Maslow.
Yeah, the only reason, I have to assume it is because it's 330 to left, and it looks about 40 feet deeper out in center, but I don't know. Could be a lot more.
0-2 to Maslow, misses outside. The wall goes straight back. If I had to guess, it's probably 405 to center.
I don't know if it's that deep.
Dude, nothing goes out that way. I mean, in the 20-some games we've seen played here, not a single one has gone out to center field. The closest was a home run over the A-Town bat sign in left.
Will Hill hit one out to center in the Socrates game.
Where he didn't? Was that to center?
Yeah,
he did crush that ball. Yeah,
that was to the Nirvana sign. I mean, that one went through the fence.
It went over. Ground ball to Ian Farber, fields it cleanly. That's 2 quick outs here on the top of the fourth.
Now batting.
I mean, it went through the fence.
We can't see from all the way out here. I'll trust the umpire's judgment.
Okay. Well, it went through the fence, but yeah, I guess that is a home run out to center.
Brings up Jack Lockwood, RBI double. That came back in the second. First pitch to Lockwood is in the dirt, ball 1.
I think your brother's a better pitcher than you.
Outlaws have 2 sets of road uniforms. Their bright orange ones they're wearing and their gray ones. Lockwood fouls that one not out of play. Eli Negron is in foul territory to make the third out of the inning. 1-2-3 for Lo Wensheng in the top of the fourth. We'll head to the bottom half of the inning. Lumberjacks still down 3 runs. We'll see you after the break. Bottom of the fourth inning here at Hanson Aggregates Field at Dr. Robert Smith Sports Complex. Leading off the
Now
inning will be
batting
Ian
for the
Farber.
Lumberjacks, number 31, Ian Farber.
And for the first time today, it's not a lefty on the mound for the Oneonta Outlaws. It's a pitching change. Logan Ellis out of Mount Union. 5 appearances on the year, tallied for 10.2 thirds innings pitched with a 7.59 ERA. On paper, those are worse stats than Zachary Rao. The Lumberjacks didn't really have an issue with Rao. Of course, that's on paper.
Yeah, I was going to say on paper has been the catalyst for this Boonville season.
Hypothetically, if. First pitch to Farber. Swings and chops it to the second baseman right. Flips over onto first. 1 pitch, 1 out. That brings up Zeb Swingham.
Now batting number 2, Zeb Swingham.
Swingham on the day, an RBI double. That came back in the second, in which the Lumberjacks plated 2 runs. Gets a first pitch off speed. Strike 1. Usually I feel like the Lumberjacks have a velo gun back there. They don't today. 0-1 goes back to the off speed. That one does miss. 1-1 the count. One to Swingham. Does he go around? I guess not. No one goes to check. I thought that was kind of close, but instead it's just 2-1. Brady Foxwell, the broadcast booth, says, no, he did not. Two and one also misses. Count moves to 3-1 in favor of Zeb Swingham.
Yeah, I certainly am going to miss you pretending to be the umpire.
What? That's the first time I've done that.
That's not true.
3-1 to Swingham is grounded to the shortstop Maslow. Fields it backhanded. Long throw over to first and plenty of time to get Swingham. 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth.
Now batting number 9.
When have I pretended to be the... I've questioned calls, but I've never been the one to make the call.
I think you've asserted yourself in umpire-like situations throughout the season.
I don't think I've overstepped. First pitch to Bronx Lewis is in there for a strike.
I mean, I never said you overstepped. Just said, you know.
I'm just saying, Zeb Swingham, it looked like he totally went around and then had to check to first to see if he did, and they never did. Bronx Lewis lines that one into left center field. It'll go to the wall. He'll be on second with ease. Is he thinking about 3? No, he is not. Gets the stop sign from Christian Griffin. It's a 2-out double for Bronx Lewis.
And an important one right there. Lumberjacks really need to get going. They need to get more runs, and this is a great opportunity to do so with Seth Bischoff and then the top of the order coming up.
Seth Bischoff.
Brings up Seth Bischoff yet again. Came into the day, 160 was his batting average. Has lowered slightly after he went down first pitch swinging back in the second. It was a fly out to the center fielder, P.J. Strand. RBI opportunity with Bronx Lewis on second. First pitch from Ellis is the off speed. He likes doing that. Seth Bischoff, a big hack, but doesn't make contact with the ball.
Yeah, Seth Bischoff loves to swing on the first pitch. Not sure if pitchers are picking up on it yet, but that's usually what he does every time.
Sometimes it's the best pitch you see. He looks at the fastball, and he's down 0-2 now. I don't mind first pitch swinging if it's a strike or if it's the pitch that you wanted. But if you're first pitch swinging at a ball in the other batter's box, that's where we have an issue. I wouldn't say Bischoff does that. 0-2 from Ellis. Goes to the off speed, and Bischoff spits on that.
I've always been a fan of the first pitch take. Maybe it's because I grew up watching Mike Trout do it, but I've always thought that taking the first pitch and occasionally jumping on it is the way to go.
I don't mind. I mean, if you take a first pitch strike, your batting average drops significantly. 1-2 to Bischoff. Hits it off the end of the bat. Fielded by Maslow. Throw on to first, slightly offline, but it's the first baseman Vinizia who tags Seth Bischoff. We'll head to the top of the fifth. Score 7-4 here in Boonville.
Now batting number
Leading off the top half of the fifth is Owen Ballow, pinch hitting for Xander Johnson, the incoming freshman, I should say. Ballow rocking 47 on the year, hitting .246, on base percentage of .324. Does pitch as well, but has pitched to an ERA of just under 30. First pitch off speed is in there for a strike. Count 0-1. Xander Johnson on the day. That was pretty successful. Reached base both times. Had a walk and an RBI single. Before his day was done, and it moves to Ballow, the lefty, from Altamont, New York. Counts 1-1 to Ballow. Flies that one into left field. Moving back is Lassiter, but under it in plenty of time. It's a quick out to start the top of the fifth. Brings up another lefty, Chaz Wright, on the day. A single and a sac fly. That makes him 1 for 1. First pitch to Wright is in the dirt, 1-0. Wright was leadoff hitter the last time these two teams played on Friday, where he did pretty well. Walked, grounded out, singled, hit by pitch, and another single. Reached base 5 out of 6 times. 1-0 is in the dirt to the backstop. No runners on, however, counts 2-0. The skies still look okay. Rain is forecasted, but I'm hoping that this game can conclude at least. 2-0 is nowhere close. 3-0 to Chaz Wright now. I take it back. There is no rain in the forecast, so no matter what, we will be good. But for all New York, upstate and central New York locals. Next few days, lots of rain. 3-0 to Chaz right, misses. It's a 4-pitch walk to the lefty.
Now up to bat number 22, PJ Strand.
Brings up PJ Strand with the runner on and 1 out. Strand on the day, 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout looking. So far, there have only been strikeouts looking coming from both sides. Strand came around to score back in the top of the first in what would be a 4 spot for the Oneonta Outlaws. 0-1 is in there. He's down 0-2 now. Owen struggled the first 2 innings. Since then, it's only been 2 more following, but on cruise control. Retired his last 5 before walking Chaz right on 4 pitches. Picks off right safe in first. Plenty of time. Oh, 2 misses outside. Counts 1 and 2 to PJ Strand.
I'm fat. I need a bigger one.
Strand on the year, 316 is average, on base percentage of 414. 2 homers on the season out of Marist. Here's the 1-2. Swings, lines that one up the middle for a base hit. Right stays put at second. Now it's 2 on with 1 out. As there's a little bit of difficulty getting the ball back into the infield, but there will be no advancements from the runners.
Daniel Tomei.
Brings up Daniel Tomei.
Hit number 6 allowed on the day from Lo Wen Shing, but not even a terrible mark.
No, I'm pleasantly surprised with Lo Wen Shing's performance, or at least satisfied with it. Again, the 3 errors, 2 coming in the first, 1 coming in the second, that have seriously made at least the scoreboard look worse than it should be. But again, baseball played on a diamond and not on paper. First pitch to Tomei, misses up high.
And they're throwing out free T-shirts here, and they skipped us again, Brady.
Well, I don't think they know that we're looking for one. I
I
got one last time.
I've waved my hands a couple of times.
Did you actually?
And they keep ignoring me.
You were waving your. I didn't even realize that. 1-0 to Tomei, misses up high, 2-0.
I mean, yeah, I want a free shirt. Wouldn't you?
I already got one. It's a little too small for me. I'll bring it back home though as a keepsake of the 2 months that I spent in lovely, beautiful Boonville, New York.
Nice place to be.
Nice place to be, undoubtedly. 2-0 to Tomei is in there for a strike, but Seth Bischoff has a little bit of trouble with it. It's a pass ball, and both runners move 90 feet now, runners in scoring position. So there are the years that we're talking about.
Yeah, those are the killers. I mean, you go from first and second, 1 out, to second and third. Certainly not what you're looking for.
So while not literally an error, puts the Lumberjacks at a disadvantage. Now the infield has to come in. Two 2-1. Lo Wen goes to the off speed and misses way up high. 3-1 the count on Tomei. Tomei got an interesting stance at the plate, but I think it works because he's a pretty good hitter. 373 the batting average. 3-1 is in there for a strike, so the count's 3-2. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's what they say.
Wow, 4 extra base hits on the year. 3 doubles and a triple. Has 5 RBIs in that time. Looking for another right here. 0 for 2 on the day, however. 3-2. Swings and misses. Lo Wen Shing gets his 3rd strikeout of the game, first swinging. But now he has to face Vincent Duffy.
Now batting number
Only
10,
1 out needed
Vincent
to escape
Duffy.
the jam.
A huge strikeout right there, especially with 2 runners in scoring position for a guy that gives up a lot of fly balls. Crucial punch out right there and puts him in another good position to escape the inning unscathed.
Chaz Wright, the runner on third. PJ Strand is on second. Vincent Duffy on the day, 0 for 1 with a sac fly and a strikeout. First pitch goes to the off speed and misses up high. Again, it was Vincent Duffy who homered in the top of the first the last time these two teams played each other back on Friday, July 24th. And he is a very good hitter, comes from Seton Hall, 333 on the year. His average lines that one right at Jihad Guy, who can field it cleanly. Can he throw it cleanly? He can't. Throws it to the dugout, and both runs come in to score. He had so much time. He had nothing but time. And he did the hard part. He fielded an absolute rocket, one hop, and threw it away. Both runs come in to score. 9-4 here in the top of the 5th. Oh my goodness.
That's a killer.
It's the 4th error of the game for the Lumberjacks. They're back down to 5 runs. Brings up Alex Venezia on the day, 1 for 2 with a single and a ground out.
I mean, when you're holding your breath on every throw from second base, really hard to win a baseball game. I know Jihad Guy's not a second baseman by trade, but I mean, I don't know.
0-1 to Venezia, misses up high, counts even at 1-1.
Like, we know Kanias Davis can play second. He's batting in the extra hitter spot today. I don't know if, I mean, obviously it's the last game of the season, but just kind of thinking out loud.
And it was a great play, really.
Yeah.
A one hop that he fielded, had to kind of slide for it almost. Foley made a great display and just had to make a 70-foot throw maybe, one that you make warming up in right field before the game starts without even thinking about it. 1-2 to Venezia. Skies that one into the right center field gap. Can Bronx Lewis get there? No, he can't. In fact, that ball's over the wall. It's a 2-run homer for Alex Venezia, and the floodgates have opened. Score 11-4.
Up to bat, number 17, Matthew Mayer.
Venezia's first of the year. Something that probably shouldn't have happened. Of course, Lowen will not be charged with an earned run. But a killer for the Lumberjacks, who should have been out of the inning, 7-4. Score 11-4 in the top of the 5th. Lowen's day is not done. It was his 93rd pitch of the game. Brings up Matthew Meyer. 0 for 2 on the day, 2 groundouts, both hit hard at the shortstop, Zeb Swingham.
That one kind of took the air out of this place. Won't lie, there wasn't too much noise going on, but you could hear a pin drop now.
Count 1-1 to Meyer. Oneonta Outlaws, 0 errors, Lumberjacks 4. They have the same amount of hits. Yet the run section on the scoreboard, very different. One, 2. Misses outside, 2-2. Low end wanted it. Doesn't get it from the home plate umpire, Scott Ertz. Got to assume his day is done. After this inning, he's coming up on 98 pitches and will be right here. 2-2 in the dirt.
And you got to feel for Low Wen, man. Basically gave his team a chance with 3 runs through 5 innings. Just unfortunately out of his control.
4 errors behind him, responsible for an extra 25 pitches maybe. Here's the 3-2. Misses outside. Matthew Myers on with the walk. Christian Griffin gets up. Is that Lowen's day? Yes, it is. Christian Griffin makes that slow walk to the mound. 99 pitches for Lo Wensheng. Gave his guys a chance. That's all he could do. New arm coming. Gotta assume. We'll see you after the break.
At number 40.
So nothing but a mound meeting from Christian Griffin. Lo Wen will reach the 100-pitch mark today. The runner on first is Matthew Meyer. The man in the batter's box is Fabio Marquez. Christian Griffin, rather than pulling him, just gives him some words of encouragement in Lo Wensheng's potential last batter of the summer. First pitch to Marquez. Meyer takes off. Bischoff's throw is good. And Jihad Guy applies the tag. And that's it. Oneonta Outlaws grab 4 more runs, scores 11-4. And Evan, as well as the folks at home, that concludes my time as your play-by-play broadcaster, not only for today's game, but for the season. Evan Sambita will be taking you along the rest of the way as the Lumberjacks hope to avoid 20 straight losses. See you after the break.
(11-4) the score here in the bottom of the 5th inning. It was a 4-run top of the 5th for the Outlaws, coming off of an error from Jihad Guy, who currently steps into the box. It's the second baseman due to face Logan Ellis for his 2nd inning of work here tonight, after working just 1 double in the last inning, keeping it clean other than that.
Yeah, Jihad Guy has struck out looking twice today and has made 2 errors in the field, so he desperately wants to get on base here.
Has not been his best day as the first pitch outside by Ellis for ball 1. This guy with those 2 strikeouts in a row so far today, not a guy who struck out too much to begin the season, as the 1-0 swung on and hit to the left side on the ground, picked up by Maslow. Long throw and plenty of time, and gets him for the first out of the inning. 11-4. 1 con here in the top of the bottom of the 5th, excuse me, as it's Will Hill stepping in now on the right side.
It just shows the difference between the 2 defenses. You hit it to the shortstop, Augie Maslow, it's more or less a guaranteed out, whereas in the Lumberjack, and again, every ground ball is a mystery. Down 7 runs, not out of it, but they need something magical to happen tonight.
And the number that's pretty telling for me, as the first pitch on the way from Ellis. Hill takes it down the middle for strike one. 6 hits for the Lumberjacks, 6 hits for the Outlaws. They're dead even in the hit category, but 4 errors on the Lumberjack side. Switch that up. The next pitch down low, 1-1 the count now on Hill.
Got a feel for anyone affiliated with Mohawk Valley watching this game with anticipation.
The 1-1. Taken on the outside corner, 1-2 the count now. And of course the situation, if the Oneonta Outlaws win this game, they're going to the playoffs. It would be Mohawk Valley that would benefit if Oneonta is to lose this game, as the 1-2 hit into center field on a line. That one gets down for a single. Will Hill takes a wide turn around first, but stays put, and it's a 1-out knock for the center fielder.
Yeah, Will Hill on 2 times today. He walked, and that's his first single. His bat is heating up. From the beginning of the season, we said Will Hill's bat would heat up. Has to come in the latter half of the season, but glad for him nonetheless.
So in steps the extra hitter, Kanais Davis, out of Alcorn State, transferring to Florida A&M for the next summer, or for the next season of ball. Bats with a runner on first, 1 out here against Ellis. The pitch, taken inside for ball 1, the fastball this time. It's Davis so far today, 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk. Ahead 1-0 right here. Ellis comes set. Now deals. Looping curveball in there on the inside corner for strike 1. It's 1-1. Davis played his last game against Oneonta, was 0 for 4 in that one with a strikeout and 2 groundouts. Pick back, not in time. Will Hill back in plenty. Dives back in there head first and safe. It's Davis with the pink back arm sleeve and the purple batting gloves. Another pick back, another one not in time. We've seen some Lumberjack players mix it up with the colors. Wyatt Lassiter with the yellow, sometimes with the pink. It's Kanais Davis who's remained pretty consistent with the bright colors as the 1-1 hit into center field again. This one's going to get down in the gap. Will Hill rounds second. He'll go for third as Kanais Davis wants extra bases. They're both in there safely as the throw caught off by Chaz Wright. Will Hill took a long round over to third, but he's in there safely. Runners on second and third with no outs here in the bottom of the 5th.
CG with a very, very late stop sign at third. I actually thought Will Hill was just going to run through it. He was coming full momentum. Lumberjacks, a good opportunity right here, and I think what went into Christian Griffin's decision at third is that Wyatt Lassiter is stepping up, who's been one of the best hitters on the team, 2 for 2 already today with 2 runners on. Good opportunity.
Yeah, already with a single and a double, had an RBI as well. Lassiter leads this team in hits on the season with 26. It's good for a nearly 300 batting average as well. Had 2 of those hits last game as well against Oneonta, a single and a double. Looking for more right here with 2 runners in scoring position, 1 out, 11-4, Oneonta on top. The first pitch from Ellis, taken on the outside, 1-0 the count. It's Lassiter, a freshman out of Princeton, North Carolina. Plays his college baseball at the University of Mount Olive, but has played nearly every game despite bigger names in the outfield room. The 1-0, chop to the left side. Maslow's got it. Throw over to third is going to be in time as they get Davis on the force, but 1 run does score. It's Will Hill coming in from third. It's 11-5. Oneonta still on top.
I'll take that. You know, at least you played a run. Obviously got a long way to come back. You can only wonder, you know, we talk about on paper ifs and hypotheticals. Imagine the score was 7-5 instead of 11-5, but nothing you can do but play in front of you and forget the pass. So Masai Marshall, right now his job is just passing the stick to Eli Negron.
So 11-5 the score as it's Marshall stepping in the box now. Pitch number 1. Taken on the outside corner for strike number 1. It's 2 outs with Lassiter on first, who just reached on the fielder's choice. It's Kanais Davis gunned down at third, as that was out number 2. 0-1 the count to the DH right now. Ellis looks back at first. Now fires. Off the glove of the catcher Mayer, and easily going to second there as Wyatt Lassiter practically walks over as Mayer fetches it from the backstop. Another runner in scoring position with 2 outs. Haven't seen a lot of wild pitches from the Oneonta side of things here today, but crucial one right there, as a single right here could score another run. It's a speedy Wyatt Lassiter out on second.
No, not many. Lumberjacks will take whatever they can get, though.
It's Marshall 0 for 2 on the day, as here comes the 1-1. Curveball down low misses, 2-1 the count now. Did have a hit in his last game played back against Mohawk Valley, was an RBI single. Would love to have another one of those right here just to cut that Oneonta lead down to 5 runs. It's 11-5, Outlaws on top of the Lumberjacks here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Runner on second, 2 outs, 2-1 the count. The pitch from Ellis, taken on the outside corner again. It's 2-2 now. Marshall, while he didn't strike out in his last game, has struck out 4 times in the last 4 contests, has struggled with the punch-out so far this season. Needs to avoid one right here. Ellis wobbles, now comes set. 2-2. Down low, gobbled up by Mayer, and the count runs full now. And while Masai Marshall does strike out a lot, he also does walk. He's got 3 of those in the last 4 games and has added on with 3 hit by pitches as well. Full count to him right here. Ellis gets the sign from his catcher Mayer. Looks back at Lassiter. Now towards home. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Out in front of that one. And Masai Marshall goes down, leaving a runner stranded on second. But the Lumberjacks get one and just inch a little bit closer. It's 11-5 Oneonta heading to the 6th inning. You're listening to Boonville Baseball on the Lumberjack Radio Network. Eleven to 5 the score here in the top of the 6th inning. Oneonta Outlaws on top of the Boonville Lumberjacks in quite demoralizing fashion, as it's Noah Clausen out on the mound now, a pitching change for the Lumberjacks. Clausen only started 1 previous game against the Oneonta Outlaws a couple days ago. Had 5 innings pitched, 10 hits, 7 runs, 5 of them earned with 2 strikeouts and 1 home run allowed. That's the day for Lo Wen-Shing. 5 innings pitched for him with 7 hits, 11 runs, only 7 of them earned with 2 walks and 3 strikeouts for the Taiwanese right-hander. All in all, not a bad start. I mean, the errors really killed him, but I would say all in all, a productive day. Gave his team a chance.
Yeah, definitely.
In steps Fabio Marquez. First pitch is a fastball inside, misses 1-0. Marquez so far today was hit by a pitch and popped out to the second baseman, Jihad Guy. The 1-0. In there for strike one, counts all even. Marquez, one of the few Division II players on the Oneonta team, as here's the 1-1. That one behind the back of Marquez, off speed, gets away from Clausen, and the count 2-1.
Yeah, Clausen comes from Utica, the Utica Blue Sox, the rival of the Lumberjacks, if you will. And when he came here, he wasn't bad. He was just getting hit around a lot, but control issues are not the problem.
2-1. Fouled off the shin of Marquez, and the count even. It's 2-2. Marquez was 2 for 4 in the last game played against the Mohawks. 2 singles, an RBI, and 1 strikeout. Has to walk off the pain here. Does have a shin guard on that lead left leg, but needs a little bit more time here just to shake off a stinger.
Yeah, Evo Shield, not one of our sponsors, but as someone who's worn one before, I'll tell you, they don't cover everything. They're helpful when you get hit in that area, but you hit on the inside part of that leg, it's like you're not even wearing one.
You just have a wealth of baseball experience, don't you?
That was pretty good in high school.
The 2-2. Swing and a miss, up high, gets him for the punch-out. First of the day for Clausen, and out number 1 here in the top of the 6th. That brings up the shortstop, Augie Maslow.
Now batting number 46, Augie Maslow.
If there's any way to get a first out, that would be to do it, set the tone.
Yeah, get a strikeout.
First pitch on Maslow. Hit high into center field. Going back on this one is Will Hill, 5 feet in front of the track, and makes the catch for out number 2. Long out right there, but sends it into center where nothing gets out, and ultimately just a long fly out for Augie Maslow.
I'm telling you, dude, it's hard to hit it out to center. That 365 is lying. It's got to be much further than that. Nothing gets out over there. I don't think Maslow got all of that ball, but I mean, I think he hit it pretty well. I don't know if that was off the end of the bat.
I'd like to get the yardstick out there post-game and really find out what the number is. Especially because
I'm here for that.
First pitch on the way to the next batter up, it's Jack Lockwood? Wasn't he pinch hit for last time?
No, that was Xander Johnson.
Oh. This one hit high into center yet again. Coming in on this one is Will Hill, and he will make the catch to end the inning. So 1-2-3 for Clausen in his first appearance in this game. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning with the Lumberjacks down 11-5. You're listening to Boonville Baseball on the Lumberjack Radio Network. Eleven to 5 the score here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Lumberjacks still trailing the Outlaws by 6 runs, as it's Elijah Negron, the first man due up for the Lumberjacks, then Ian Farber and Zeb Swangam after him. It's Logan Ellis out on the mound for Oneonta with 2 previous innings of work. Just 1 earned run that came back in the last inning. Came off of an RBI fielder's choice by the left fielder, Wyatt Lassiter. But ultimately, that's all the Lumberjacks have been able to get on the righty so far today. First pitch on the way to Negron. Check swing. It's in there for a called strike either way. 0-1 the count. Negron so far today, a single back in the 2nd inning and a fly out to right field in the 3rd. The 0-1. On the outside corner, fastball misses. It's 1-1 now. Negron playing at third base. We've seen him bounce in between short and third for the latter half of the season, but starting on the hot corner here today. The 1-1. Just fouls it off to the Oneonta dugout on the left side, and the count 1-2.
Yeah, I remember in the first half, like all throughout June, it seems like you would say it once a day. Yeah, the Lumberjacks have a surplus of infielders. Asher Friedman, Marcus Smith, Tanner Ferguson, Eli Negron, Zeb Swangham. There was like 7 guys for 2 spots.
The 1-2. Hit off the end of the bat into shallow right on a line. That one gets down for a single, picked up off of the hop by Duffy, thrown in, and that is the leadoff man on. It's a single, the second of the day for Elijah Negron.
And if anything, Eli Negron has kind of been the constant. He was here on day 1. Zeb Swangham, he showed up maybe a week and a half after the season started, and he's been consistent for the entire season. Enjoy him on the team, and that's what he does right there. Gets base hits when you need them.
So in steps the lefty Ian Farber. First pitch on him. Swing and a miss. Just got a piece of it and fouled it off of Mayer. So far on the day, Farber 0 for 2 with a strikeout looking and a ground out right back to the pitcher back in the 4th inning. He's down 0-1 right now as Ellis glances back at the runner. Now deals. Fastball outside misses. It's 1-1 now. Farber's played in 11 of the last 14 games. You mentioned it, a Boonville team that has really become depleted toward the latter half of this season, and Farber has been called into action. The 1-1. Chopped up the middle. This one picked up by the second baseman. Right throw over is just in time as Venezia squeezes it, and that is out number 1 as Negron moves over to second. Now comes the shortstop, Zeb Swangham.
Now batting number 2, Zeb Swangham.
So an 0 for 3 day at the plate now for Farber as in steps Swangham. 1 for 2 on the day with a double back in the 2nd inning and a ground out in the 4th. Swangham's dad here today. He's been here for about the last week. We got to meet him after the Mohawk Valley game. Very nice man as the first pitch on him outside. The off-speed misses 1-0. A golf pro as well. That's been a constant theme for these Lumberjacks. They love to go golfing on the off days, but Swangham's father, probably the best golfer in the Boonville area right now.
Well, he hasn't played me yet.
1-0 the count on Swangham. Here's the pitch. Hit into left field on a line. This one gets down for a single. Hustling around third and going home is Elijah Negron. He's in there safely as the throw to second. It's an RBI single for Zeb Swangham, 11-6. Outlaws still on top here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Nice piece of hitting from Swangham right there. His dad got that on video too, so a keepsake for him. That one bounced, or almost bounced over the head of Jack Lockwood, the left fielder. He had to jump in order to make sure that ball didn't go to the wall. Nice piece of hitting for Zeb Swangham, 2nd RBI of the day.
Yeah, that was Negron going second to home on that one as in steps the lefty right fielder Bronx Lewis. Ellis comes set. Here's the pitch. Fastball right down the middle for strike 1. It's Lewis so far today, 2 for 2 with a single and a double. Came into today with the lowest batting average on the team, but has really been on fire at the plate today. 0-1 the count on him here as Ellis picks back, not in time. Swangham dives back in there head first and safe. Lewis now the oldest man on this team. It was the 24-year-old right-hander Jalen Fullwood, who has since left this team, and now it's the 22-year-old, the elder statesman of the Lumberjacks. 0-1, down low in the dirt. Lewis has to get out of the way, and it's 1-1. That batting average sat at just 145 before coming into the game. Just a 266 on base percentage, but already has 2 hits here today. Came in with just 8 on the season.
Yeah, I was swinging a metal bat for 4 months. Switched to a wood bat the same week.
Another pick back by Ellis. Venezia, the first baseman, won't even apply the tag as Swangham safely in there yet again. Lewis has had to come in and pitch as well this season. Was back on July 6th against Utica. 1 inning of 2-run ball. The 1-1. Outside off-speed misses. It's 2-1 now. Runner on first is Swangham, who reached on the single. It's 11-6 Oneonta Outlaws on top as there's 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Ellis, the pitcher, surrendered 2 runs in 2 1/3 innings so far today. Another pick back, another one not in time. Swangam, that lead growing a little bit shorter every time he throws back, but the pitcher Ellis not quite convinced.
I mean, that's probably the goal as the pitcher. You're not always picking back to get an out, just to let him know that, hey, I'm watching you.
2-1 on the way. Fastball inside. It's 3-1 now. No surprise why they're picking back on Swangam. He's second on this Lumberjacks team with 4 stolen bases so far this season. Not a big number, but as you mentioned earlier in this game, the Lumberjacks with the fewest stolen bases in the PGCBL this year. Lewis ready for the 3-1. Here it comes. Hit hard down the right field line. That one is way gone. Bronx Lewis with a moonshot here, and the Boonville Lumberjacks crawl just a little bit closer. He rounds the bases, points to right field, and his first home run of the year. It's 11-8 Lumberjacks as they crawl a little bit closer here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Wow, that ball was destroyed. I thought it had a chance of going foul, but hooked inside the line, way deep into the trees in right field. Bronx Lewis, great time for your first. All of a sudden, 11-8, that's not too bad.
So the Lumberjacks have plated 3 runs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. They've crawled to within 3, and now it's the backstop Seth Bischoff at the plate.
Evan, gotta wonder. Jihad Guy makes that play at second. That's a 2-run shot to take the lead. Again, and lots of hypotheticals and if situations, but at least what the Lumberjacks are doing is fighting back.
Squarely back in this game, as here comes the first pitch on Bischoff. Fastball on the other batter's box misses. It's 1-0. Bischoff 0 for 2 on the day with a flyout and a ground out to short. The backstop for this team, the only one left on the roster, as here comes the 1-0. In there for called strike 1. You know, I actually warmed up Seth Bischoff today out there in the field. Yeah, played some toss with him down the right field line. As here comes the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Got him out in front of that one, and the count 1-2 now. Haven't been able to break out the glove as much as I would have liked to this summer. But
I brought mine too. I just touched it like 3 times maybe.
Yeah, was able to use our statistician Dylan Helsner's glove in this game. It's 1-2 on the catcher. The pitch from Ellis. Hit off the end of the bat into shallow center field. Coming in on this one is Strand. He makes the catch. Loses the hat in the process, but that is the second out of the inning. And brings up the leadoff man, Jihad Guy, as the lineup flips over.
Do you think he's 0 for 3 because you wanted him up?
No, I would hope not. I would hope that I didn't have that effect on him. No way to know, though.
No. That's why I usually stay out of it.
So in steps the second baseman, Jihad Guy, on the right side now. 0 for 3 on the day, 2 strikeouts, both of them looking, and a ground out. First pitch on the way from Ellis. Fastball just misses outside. It's 1-0.
I'm glad Bronx Lewis finally got into a ball, dude. I've been waiting for that since the first day that he got here.
3 for 3 on the day. Was second in the NAIA in home runs last season. As here comes the 1-0. Misses outside, 2-0. Really hadn't been getting the power going too hard this summer, but good to see him get a hold of one right there.
Now he's only a triple shy of the cycle, too.
2-0 the count to Jihad Guy, who takes that one strike on the inside corner, the off-speed. Guy, another NAIA player out of Bruton Parker Christian University. Just finished up his freshman year, though, as Bronx Lewis just graduated, finishing his senior year. The 2-1. Fastball on the outside corner again. It's 2-2. Jihad Guy's got to be careful here. Can't go down looking 3 times in the same game.
Got to avoid the sombrero at all costs.
Ellis is ready for it. He's got no strikeouts on the day so far. And here comes the 2-2. Off the end of the bat to the left side, picked up by the third baseman Marquez, and there's no throw. Jihad Guy beats it out for an infield single, and the Lumberjacks have another man on with 2 outs.
Yeah, that's the good thing about Jihad Guy. He threw his arms at an off speed, and he's so fast that Fabio Marquez at third never had a chance of throwing him out. Now Will Hill gets the bat with a runner on.
Already the 7th hit allowed in just 2 2/3 innings by Logan Ellis. As in steps Will Hill. awaits the first delivery. Here it comes. Off speed, misses outside. It's 1-0. Hill in his last plate appearance had a single, would move Kanias Davis over to second base. Ultimately would come around to score in the last inning. The 1-0. Off speed in there for a called strike. It does seem like the strike zone has been fluctuating a little bit back and forth here today. Inside, outside, depending on if you're a righty or a lefty. But the Lumberjacks have battled back. They're within 3. It's 11-8 here in the bottom of the 6th. Ellis comes set. Now deals. Swing and a miss. Ball that was outside, and Will Hill goes down 1-2.
3 straight off-speed pitches. It's clear what Will Hill wants, and that's the fastball. Now that he's down 1-2, I don't think that Ellis is going to give it to him. I think he'll have to pivot and sit on the off-speed.
Yeah, he's been going to the off-speed quite a lot here in this inning. Hasn't really worked out for him. And here comes the 1-2 as the runner goes from first. Swing and a miss on a ball that was in the other batter's box. Will Hill goes down for out number 3, and that will do it for the bottom of the 6th inning. But the Lumberjacks get 3, partially courtesy of a 2-run shot by Bronx Lewis. It's 11-8 Outlaws on top as we head to the 7th inning. You're listening to Boonville Baseball on the Boonville Radio Network. Eleven to 8 here in the top of the 7th inning. It's Evan Simbita and Brady Foxwell on the Lumberjack Radio Network here at Hanson Aggregates Field. Outlaws on top of the Lumberjacks by 3 runs, but Oneonta did surrender 3 in that last half inning. It was a 2-run shot by Bronx Lewis, and now in steps the pinch hitter and extra hitter Owen Below. First pitch on the outside corner, a fastball by the pitcher Noah Clausen. Had a 1-2-3 top of the 6th inning, but that his only action today as a reliever. 0-1 on the way. Off speed just misses on the back foot, and the count 1-1 now. It's Below who only had the fly out to left field so far today. His only at bat for the Outlaws. 1-1. Hit hard into center field. Going back on this one is Will Hill. He's right in front of the track, jumps up and makes the grab for out number 1. Impressive catch right there from the Texas center fielder who didn't make it look easy, but that's out number 1.
24, Chaz Wright.
Ballo got all of that one. 2 flyouts on the day for him, but he's 0 for 2, and in steps the second baseman, Chaz Wright. Wright so far 1 for 2. As here comes the first pitch. Off speed in there for strike 1. Had a single and a walk so far today. It's been productive. It's been good on the season as well. 412 batting average leads the Outlaws in that category. The 0-1. Thinks about swinging, doesn't. It's a breaking ball in the dirt, and the count 1-1. Wright played 2 games against the Lumberjacks this season. 7 for 3 with a double, 3 RBIs, 2 walks, and a hit by pitch. 1-1 on the way. Off speed gets away from Clausen right there, shakes his head at it, and it's 2-1. It's Clausen only 2 appearances for the Lumberjack team, both of them coming in the last week, and both of them coming against the Oneonta Outlaws. He's fared much better in this one today, as here comes the 2-1. Chopped foul down the right side. That went off the foot of Chaz Wright, and the count all even. It's 2-2. Wright has just one strikeout in the last 6 games. He's been very patient at the plate. Just one against the Lumberjacks so far this season, and that one all the way back on July 14th. That was, of course, a win for the Outlaws. They're undefeated against the Lumberjacks so far this season, 6-0. The 2-2. Up high, fastball misses, and the count runs full. It's Wright, who's walked in all but 2 games so far this season. He's got 15 free passes in 12 games, including one earlier on here tonight. The payoff pitch. Hit hard to the second baseman, Jihad Guy. That one off the glove and into right field. I'll call that one a single for Chaz Wright, as it's another hit for Clausen and a 1-out knock right there for Wright.
22.
That looks like the same ball that was hit back in the 5th, but Jihad Guy was able to field it cleanly last time. That was an absolute rocket to right field. Nothing you can really do there. Clausen's got to focus on the next batter in Strand.
So Wright on for the 3rd time today, as in steps the center fielder, PJ Strand. Digs in on the right side. Here's the pitch. Fastball up high, misses. It's 1-0. Strand so far today, 2 for 3, 2 singles and a looking strikeout for the Marist freshman. Here's the 1-0. Hit hard on the ground to the left side. Swingham picks it up, the direction taking him the other way, and they'll say Jihad Guy off the bag. Chaz Wright safe at second, as head coach Christian Griffin is going to come out of the dugout on this one. As everyone is safe, it's an infield single right there for Strand, as there's now runners on first and second with just 1 out.
What'd you see, Evan?
Up to bat, number 5.
I think he got him, personally. What did you see?
I don't know. We're too far off, and Jihad Guy obviously is a bit on the shorter side, but it looked like he held on to me. Again, Tom Geruzzi, the second base umpire, obviously he has the best view, and no one's really disputing it, but just an unfortunate circumstance for the Lumberjacks.
So the DH Daniel Tomei, pitch number 1 is inside, called for strike 1 on him. It's runners first and second with 1 out here in the top of the 7th inning. Oneonta on top by 3 runs. It's 11-8. 0-1 the count on Tomei. The next pitch, an off-speed way outside, and it's 1-1. Tomei so far today reached on the error by Jihad Guy, or one of many errors, I should say, then flew out and struck out. 1-1 the count to him here. Clausen deals. Fastball in there for a called strike. Tomei is 8 for 14 against the Lumberjacks in 3 games this season. 3 of those hits for extra bases, 2 doubles and a triple from the University of Mount Union sophomore. Next pitch, chopped to the left side. That one gets through the gap. No one was there with the shift in play, and running home easily is Chaz Wright. He'll be in there safely. It's another RBI single right there. Daniel Tomei extends the lead, and it's 12-8 Outlaws here in the top of the 7th.
Next up to bat, number 10.
Yeah, it's Harrison
Vincent
Haig in left
Duffy.
field instead of Wyatt Lassiter. Lassiter has a fantastic arm, probably would have been able to make a play at home. Haig's a little worse in comparison. The Outlaws able to plate one more. Again, coming off of an error from the middle infield yet again, where they should have had an out at second. Every time there's an error, it comes back to hurt them.
First pitch on the way to the next batter. It's Vincent Duffy. Skies this one foul down the right side and out of play. Is some movement here in the Boonville bullpen. We'll see who that is coming up soon. Looks to be either Tyson Harmon or Lo Wen Shin getting some recovery stretching. 0-1 the count to the right fielder Vincent Duffy. Stepping in on the right side. Clausen comes set. Here's the pitch. Off speed inside, and that one clips Duffy on the lead shoulder, and the bases are now loaded for the Outlaws with just 1 out.
Up to bat,
It's the unforced errors, Brady. We keep going back to it. A hit by pitch right there that, I mean, really, unfortunately, on an 0-1 count, shouldn't have been thrown, and now it's the bases loaded with 1 out for Venezia. It's Venetia, excuse me. First pitch on him. Fastball in there for strike 1. Venetia on the day had a 2-run homer, his first of the season, a single and a ground out. 2 for 3 from the St. Joseph sophomore. 0-1 from Clausen. Hit hard on the left side on the ground. That one gets past the third baseman, Elijah Negron. Coming home is scoring his Strand. Right behind him is Tomei, as 2 more touch home for the Outlaws. It's 14-8 here in the top of the 7th inning.
When you put yourself in positions that you can't succeed in, it's hard to succeed in them. You know what I mean? Again, it was the middle infield mishap from Swangham, and Guy, I guess he was off the bag. If he was on the bag, then you have 2 outs and 1 runner on. Instead, you have 2 runners on and 1 out. And then Clausen puts a runner on. Now you have the bases loaded, and it's hard to succeed once you're in that spot.
Yeah, you could really go back to 2 plays. The first one, the hard grounder off the glove of Jihad Guy. Obviously, that's a tough play, not marked as an error. And then the one where he came off the bag as well. So really, it's just been unfortunate. It's been a nightmare day at second base for Jihad Guy. As here comes the catcher, Matthew Mayer. Fastball misses up high. It's 1-0. Outlaws ahead 14-8 here on the top of the 7th. The 1-0. Inside, another fastball almost clips Mayer, but he gets out of the way. Now 2-0 the count. Mayer's had hits in 5 of the last 6 games. Had a 5-game streak going into yesterday, but then went 0 for 3 against the Mohawks. The 2-0. Right down the middle, this one hit high into center field. Going back is Will Hill right next to the track, and now makes the catch on the track for out number 2. Tagging from second to third there is Duffy, and there's 2 gone.
Now batting number 40.
Another one hit to the deepest part of the yard, Brady. Got to feel for some of these players that are really muscling balls out there. But
yeah, I don't think he got all of that one, but it did carry further than I would think. But again, Will Hill, incredible outfielder. He gets to pretty much everything. And well, that one was a can of corn. He was under it in plenty of time, but at least when you see a fly ball, there's no reason to hold your breath.
So in steps Marquez yet again, the third baseman, batting from the right side. Clausen deals a pitch right down the middle, fouled off behind home plate, and the count 0-1. It's 2 outs, runners on the corners. Oneonta have already plated 3 here in the top of the 7th inning. And it's 14-8. They're on top by 6 over the Boonville Lumberjacks. Hunting for a playoff spot. A win, and they're in. The 0-1. Fastball misses up high. It's 1-1. It's the Outlaws. We haven't seen them in these all-orange uniforms yet this season.
Correction, we have. It was the very first game, the very first home game they rocked them. Since then, they've gone back to the grays only.
The 1-1, foul to the backstop. I did not even remember that. I'm not going to
No, I do, because I noted it like on the very first game of the season, like, oh, gray and orange. That's something you don't see a lot. And then when they came here since then, they wore gray with gray tops. And I thought I was crazy, actually. Like, wait, did they wear orange? Yes. Very first game of the season, they rocked their orange alternates.
The 1-2 as the runner goes from first, just fouled off by Marquez. It looks like a Halloween-themed uniform almost.
I could get behind that, yeah.
It kind of looks like if you had the David S. Pumpkin suit and transformed it into a baseball jersey. Am I talking to a wall? Okay.
David S. Pumpkin?
It's
like, is S the middle name?
Yeah. That's probably too niche. Shouldn't have gone there. 1-2 the count to the third baseman Marquez. Runner goes yet again. It's fouled off yet again.
Okay. I see it.
Have you seen him before?
I haven't seen him, but as I'm looking at it now, I can understand it. Boonville's got to be a great, like, Halloween town. Small town vibe, like, it's cold, but not freezing yet.
Mm-hmm.
Underrated holiday.
It's actually not that cold in central New York for Halloween. As the 1-2 runner goes again from first and fouled off yet again by Marquez.
I wouldn't know. So, I just had to assume that it's always cold here.
My freshman year, I actually went as a skeleton.
Did you?
It was cold enough to just be outside in a t-shirt, or warm enough, I should say, in October.
What'd you go as?
Last year?
I was Batman.
You were Batman this year?
I was, but I was a specific variant, like not in his costume. Like I was like the Bruce Wayne.
So you just put a suit on?
No, I'll show you.
1-2 on the way as the runner goes again. This one down low in the dirt, and going safely is Venetia to second. Two runners in scoring position with 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. I was the detective from Dexter.
Dokes?
Bautista. The hat, the floral shirt. That was it's a good costume. My roommate was Dexter as well.
Did you get recognized?
2-2. Inside misses. Count runs full. I think I did.
I did get recognized as but it's from the Batman, the 2022 one. It's like when he has the eye black on, the mask, like all that. I was recognizable, I swear.
3-2 the count to Marquez right here. Payoff pitch. Taken up high in ball 4. Marquez is on for the 2nd time today, and it brings up the shortstop, Augie Maslow.
Batting number 46, Augie Maslow.
Batter number 9 coming up here in the inning. It's Maslow, who's 0 for 3 on the day, who bats with the bases loaded. 2 outs here in the top of the 7th inning. Clausen comes set. The delivery. Fastball inside, 1-0. Any thought into the Halloween costume for next year?
I have a girlfriend now, so probably something matching with her. Big fan of SpongeBob, so stay tuned.
1-0. In there for strike 1. Fastball on the outside corner.
If I'm Patrick Starr come October 31st, there's a reason why. What about you?
Haven't put too much thought into it.
Me
Here comes the
neither.
1-1. Fastball in there for strike 2 on the outside corner again.
I also haven't put a lot of thought into it. I want to say that. It's just, that's the one that's speaking to me currently.
2 ones that I've always wanted to do is Craft Punk as the 1-2. Foul to the backstop.
You really got crazy niche Halloween costumes, man. And I don't even know what I'm looking at.
It's
right
from the
now.
Eric Andre show. It's literally just Daft Punk, but his whole thing is he's orange and has macaroni on his helmet. And the other one would be the Gatorade Man. As here's the 1-2. Off speed inside, and that hits him. It's going to be another run for the Outlaws as the score balloons. It's 15-8. Oneonta on top. Here in the top of the 7th, base is still loaded for 0 and below.
Who's Gatorade Man?
Yeah, that one right there.
This guy?
Yeah. It's just a guy who has a Gatorade jacket and a bandana and the Gatorade in his back pocket. I'm aware that these references are way too niche, but I just think that would be funny.
Everyone got their own thing, man. I don't know if I'm going to do SpongeBob. I definitely am thinking about it, but we'll have to, I don't know.
First pitch taken inside for a strike. Below goes down 0-1. I feel like I always, especially the last couple years, when Halloween creeps around, I'm always like scrambling for a costume.
Yeah.
2 or 3 days before. As the 0-1 inside gets away from Bischoff, but not too far. Everyone holds up.
I don't know how it is at Syracuse, but I go to school at Arizona State where, like, Halloween is, they care about it over there. I wasn't too locked in last year with my costume. And this year I'll probably just be handing out candy.
Where are you gonna hand out candy?
Just somewhere. I don't know if I'll be on campus. It is on a Saturday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
1-1. Inside fastball misses. It's 2-1. It's interesting. I had a really good idea, but I don't think I wrote it down, and I think there's probably little to no chance I remember what it was.
Yeah, too niche even for you to remember.
The 2-1. Fastball misses up high yet again. It's 3-1 now. Let's see if I've got it in my notes. I doubt it. Yeah, I don't think I have it, to be honest. Next pitch misses outside. That's called strike, actually. Count runs full. That was just about as
Right down the
outside as
middle.
outside gets. So a lucky call right there for Clausen. The count is full. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses up high. That's ball 4. And the lead 16-8. Oneonta on top.
When I shook hands, so, I mean, you know, what makes it broadcast better, obviously, is having the names of the home plate umpire and the second place umpire as well. So today I was kind of scrambling. I had to run down to the field. I'm like, hey, I'm Brady Foxwell. Shook their hands. Like, could I get your guys' names?
Now batting number
The second base
47,
umpire, Tom Girizzi,
Owen
introduced himself
Farrell.
as Butch Russo, the owner of the Boonville Lumberjacks. And I was kind of confused, but I played off him like that, like, haha, that's funny. And then we had a discussion, to which he said, I can't wait to see you on ESPN. I appreciate that. Thank you. But then he also said, do you do radio up there? And I was like, no, we do video. And he said, oh, well, you have the face for radio. Keep at it. And then gave me a fist bump. And I was like, all right, man. Like, okay. I thought that was pretty funny, actually, and it caught me off guard. But these umpires, they're pretty funny today.
So 0 below, the pinch hitter in now with the bases loaded. 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Already 5 runs for the Outlaws. It was just a 3-run deficit, but quickly that has gotten to 8 runs. And Boonville running out of chances. The 1-0. Off speed in there for strike 1. You excited for the new Ghost Rider movie?
I didn't know they were making one.
Ryan Gosling as Ghost Rider.
Overrated actor.
Really? The 1-1? Misses down low, 2-1.
I don't actually hold very many opinions on actors. Like, people will show me an actor, and I'll tell you I've seen him before, but I wouldn't immediately know who he is. I don't know if I have a favorite, though.
2-1 in there for strike 2. I don't know if I have a favorite either. I mean, I feel like every time Robert Pattinson's in a movie, I'll go watch it.
That would be my favorite if I had to throw one out there, but it's also because I'm a big fan of Batman.
2-2. Misses. Count runs full. Already the 10th batter here tonight. Or in this inning, excuse me.
I am excited for Spider-Man, though.
Payoff pitch. Misses inside. Below thought that was strike 3, but instead ball 4. Boonville fans don't exactly agree with that call, but it's...
I believe that is Clausen's dad.
17-1. Or 17-8, excuse me.
I believe that is Clausen's dad who said that was right down the middle. I mean, that's a... I don't know. I'm not playing umpire here, but man,
you
really?
like to. First pitch on Chaz Wright outside for ball 1. And make sure to stick around post-game. We've got a extra special post-game show planned.
Got to, yeah. Big things coming.
Big things. Here's the 1-0. Off speed outside, 2-0.
I'm wondering if Christian Griffin is ever going to pull Clausen. I mean, he was doing pretty well. Of course, errors made the situation worse, but right now we're looking at potential run rule territory if Oneonta plates another.
2-0 is in there for strike 1. Yeah, just some movement in the Boonville bullpen. Can't exactly tell who that is, but gotta think soon would be the call to the pen. It's 2-1 the count to the second baseman right. Watches that one go inside, gets away from Bischoff, but dives on it. And it's strike 2 as the count all even now on Mayer. 2-2. 2 outs here. Bases loaded. 9-run lead for the Outlaws. It's 17-8 here in the top of the 7th. The 2-2. Inside, misses at the knees, and the count is full for the 3rd straight batter. If there are any Mohawk Valley fans still here, very sorry. It's not over.
It's not over, man. It's not over.
The payoff pitch. Hit high into center field. Back on this one is Will Hill. Camps underneath it and squeezes it for the 3rd out of the inning. Oneonta gets 6 runs. Take a 9-run lead. We're heading into the bottom of the 7th inning. It's 17-8 Outlaws. You're listening to Boonville Baseball on the Lumberjack Radio Network. 17-8 the score here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Boonville with their backs against the wall here on the final day of the PGCBL regular season as the Oneonta Outlaws go to the bullpen up by 9 runs. It's Jimmy Stroline, 8 games played, 2 of them starts with 19 innings pitched, 5.21 ERA with 14 runs, 11 of them earned, 22 hits, just 4 walks, and 12 strikeouts as in steps Kanias Davis. First pitch, taken on the outside corner, a fastball that misses. It's 1-0. It's Kanias Davis, Wyatt Lassiter, and Masai Marshall all due up in this inning. The 1-0. Off speed in there for strike 1. It's 1-1. Davis so far today with a strikeout looking back in the first, but then a walk and a double. It's been a productive day. The 1-1. Hit off the end of the bat into center field. Going back on this one is PJ Strand. He's at the wall, makes the catch on the track for out number 1. It's like you keep saying, Brady, everything out to center field.
I'm right, man.
I mean, he got a good piece of that ball, but out number 1 regardless, and in comes the pinch-hitting left fielder, Harrison Haig.
18, Harrison Haig.
I wonder why it's Haig for Lassiter. But yeah, I really have no clue.
It's been a good day for Lassiter so far, as here comes the first pitch on Haig. Off speed in the other batter's box. It's 1-0.
Maybe it's just because it's the last game.
Could be. Lassiter was 2 for 3 on the day, reached all 3 times, single, double, and also was on via the fielder's choice. The 1-0. In the dirt yet again. Big cloud of smoke goes over home plate, and it's 2-0 to the left fielder Haig with 1 out, no runners on. Stands in on the right side with the black helmet and the tan bat. The 2-0. Hit off the end of the bat again into center field. Underneath it is the center fielder Strand. Backpedals and makes the catch for out number 2. 2 long flyouts to start this inning, but 2 outs regardless. And in comes the designated hitter, Masai Marshall.
Now batting
No, Evan,
number
can we just take a pause and
28,
just look
Masai
at the
Marshall.
sky right now? This, one thing that I'll miss about Boonville is we have beautiful scenic shots of Hanson Aggregates Field every night. And tonight is no exception.
First pitch to Marshall. Inside, moves out of the way, and it's 1-0. Yeah, the nature really is beautiful in central New York. Seems like anywhere you go in the central New York area, there's going to be some good sights.
Ballpark hidden in the trees.
1-0 on the way. Down low in the dirt, 2-0. That is one of the first things I said when I first got to this ballpark. It was a couple days before opening day. There was a Little League game going on, and I was just kind of looking around, amazed at how many trees were around here.
I like that when at least guys hit it to the right side, home runs, they're going into the trees.
2-0 in there for strike 1. It's 2-1 now.
Like literally and that ball's into the trees. Like I think that's amazing.
Yeah, it has been fun to watch. I know you're from Arizona, not a lot of trees out there.
Not very many, at least none that look like this.
The 2-1 on the way from Stroline. Hit foul down the right side. Went a long way, but just a long strike. It's 2-2 now. Masai Marshall from the concrete jungle. Not too many trees over there for the Northwestern transfer going to George Washington University. So far this season, a .222 average. 0 for 3 on the day. The 2-2. Hit up the middle, and that one gets through for a single. 2 out knock, for Masai Marshall, and brings up the third baseman, Elijah Negron.
Now batting for the Lumberjacks, number 4, Eli Negron.
It's Negron, who's 2 for 3 on the day, 2 singles. He's came around and scored both of those times. In the middle, sandwich there, a fly out to right field. It's been a good day for Negron, who was the only A-Town Bats hitter of the week all the way back in the first week of the season. As here's the first pitch, hit on the left side, foul, right down the third base line, but just a couple feet into foul territory, and the count 0-1. And the A-Town Bats hitter of the week was a great promotion while it lasted for 1 week.
Yeah. Eli Negron, the one and only A-Town Bats. Shout out the guys at A-Town Bats, though. I mean, they hooked up the Lumberjacks seriously with bats. I feel like every single one has been broken. Not a testament to the bats, a testament to the hitters, rather.
Stroline steps off. It's Masai Marshall on first, who reached on the error. 2 outs here. 0-1 the count to Negron in the bottom of the 7th inning. Pitch delivered, and it's hit hard in the left field gap. That one is going to get down for at least a double. It's on the track as Masai Marshall hustling around. He will be held up late by Christian Griffin. As going into second there is Elijah Negron. It's another 2-out double, 2 runners in scoring position for Ian Farber.
Another very late hold by CG at third. Masai Marshall, again, almost runs through that as well. But, again, just any way you can claw back after the top of the 7th, that definitely did not go the Lumberjacks' way.
So it's the 3rd hit of the day for Negron. 2 singles and a double, and now in comes the first baseman and lefty Ian Farber, who's definitely due for something in this game. 0 for 3 on the day, a strikeout, fielder's choice, and a groundout for the Niagara County Community College freshman. First pitch from Stroline, fastball in there for strike 1.
Evan, one thing I feel that I should clarify, you said I'm from Arizona, so I don't see trees like this. I'm from Phoenix, Arizona, where I don't often see trees like this. Arizona actually is a pretty diverse state. Like, you go towards like Flagstaff, Arizona, this pretty close to this exact scenery. Lots of pine trees.
Stroline comes set. 0-1 on the way. Off speed in the dirt, misses. It's 1-1. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with the geography of Arizona. I know I would divert to you on that.
Beautiful state. Totally underrated. Love it there.
I think it is underrated. I've been a couple times. So here comes the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Big hack right there from Farber, and goes down 1-2.
Spring training, year-round baseball.
Yeah.
Love it.
I think one thing we can agree on is the West Coast is the best coast.
Undoubtedly.
1-2 the count to Farber, the Newport, New York freshman, 0 for 3 on the day. He's down 1-2 with 2 outs, 2 runners on. The pitch, inside misses, it's 2-2. Masai Marshall out on third, Elijah Negron on second. Negron reached on the double, Masai Marshall on a single, both beckoning to be batted home by Ian Farber.
But I really am enjoying my time here. East Coast is fantastic.
2-2 the count to Farber right here. He's got 9 RBIs on the season, hunting for double digits. The pitch, off the end of the bat to the left side, grounded. Maslow's got it, throws in time. Barely in time as the out call right there by the second base umpire, and that will do it here for the bottom of the 7th inning. Lumberjacks fail to plate one and leave 2 in scoring position. It's 17-8, Oneonta on top. Heading into the 8th inning, you're listening to Boonville Baseball on the Lumberjack Radio Network. Eleven to 8 here in the top of the 8th inning. Call to the bullpen as the Lumberjacks are losing to the Oneonta Outlaws by 9 runs. It's Mason Michael, the right-hander out of Defiance College, coming into this game for the Lumberjacks. Comes into this game with a 10.2 innings pitched and a 16 ERA on the season. He'll have to face PJ Strand, Daniel Tomei, and Vincent Duffy, the middle of the order for the Outlaws.
I'll mention that ERA. I feel like it doesn't mean very much. And, when we talk to, well, it does, of course, but in the PGCBL, I don't look at it too seriously, especially with the Lumberjacks, where sometimes guys are put in mop-up situations. But one thing I know, Mason Michael, blessed to be here. He enjoys his time on the mound, and what he needs to do right here is get 3 outs, and he can't allow a run.
So first is Strand, who swings and hits this one into center field. Moving over to his right is Will Hill. Keeps moving and makes the catch. Didn't locate that one till the very end, but squeezes it for the first out of the inning. And it brings up the designated hitter, Daniel Tomei. So 3 straight flyouts to center field, ranging back to the last inning. And in comes Tomei, who is 1 for 4 on the day. A single also reached on the error by Jihad Guy back in the first inning. Hunting for number 3 right here. First pitch from Michael. Fastball misses up high, 1-0 the count. It's Tomei so far this season against the Lumberjacks. Came in 8 for 14 with 3 extra base hits in 3 games played against Boonville. Hasn't found too much success today, just a lone single. As here comes the 1-0. Off the end of the bat, foul to the Oneonta dugout. Hits just over the top of it, and the count all even. It's 1-1. The last Boonville game back a couple days ago, Tomei had 2 singles as well as an RBI and a walk. Was much more efficient in that one. Michael comes set out on the mound, gets the sign from Bischoff. Now deals. Fastball misses outside again. It's 2-1 now. Tomei, a D3 player out of the University of Mount Union. Don't see a lot of D2 on this Oneonta team, even less of the D3, but it's Tomei who's been batting .373 this summer. He's proved that D3 players can hang with the best of them. 2-1. Off speed misses outside. It's 3-1 now.
Yeah, if you can ball, you can ball. That's one thing. College ball is college ball no matter what. Lumberjacks have proved that as well.
3-1 the count now to Tomei. It's the NAIA pitcher Michael out on the mound. The pitch. Hit high into left field. Ranging in on this one is the left fielder Haig, and makes the catch right on the foul line. Down the third base line, the umpire motions it was a fair ball. Luckily, he made the catch, and that's out number 2.
Off to bat, number 10, Vincent Duffy.
So 4 straight flyouts for the Outlaws, and in comes Vincent Duffy, the right fielder. Someone who we know has a lot of power in his bat. Had a home run against the Lumberjacks in the last game. Was 4 for 6 with 4 RBIs in that one. Hasn't had as good as a day here today. But we know it's more of a sleeping giant situation with Duffy. The pitch. Off speed, just misses outside. It's 1-0. So far today, Duffy sacrificed fly back in the first inning, then struck out, reached on an error, and was hit by a pitch. Hasn't been given too many opportunities. As here comes the 1-0. Hit high into foul territory down the first baseline. Farber ranges over, but it's too far out. 1-1 the count. Duffy leads this team in fewest amount of strikeouts for qualified hitters. Only 14 in 30 games played so far this summer. Will be an important bat for the Outlaws as they likely go into the playoffs.
Never know.
The 1-1. Off-speed hit to the right side on the ground. That one through for a single. It's picked up by Lewis out and right. Quickly gotten in, and a 2-out knock right there for Duffy.
Up to bat, number 34, Alex Venetia.
It's the first hit in 8 batters for the Outlaws. It's Alex Venetia, the last man to get on with a hit, and he stands back in the plate now on the right side.
It's because the last 7 walked.
Well, they didn't hit, though, is my point. First pitch. Fastball in there for strike 1 on Venetia.
I'm thinking for a second, like, wow, oh no, I'm looking at that 6-run 7th inning.
It's Venetia 3 for 4 on the day, 2 singles as well as a 2-run blast back in the 5th inning. Michael steps off and wants a new sign from his catcher. Three for 14 on the season coming into today was Venetia against the Lumberjacks as the 0-1 just fouled to the backstop 0-2. Had struggled really against Boonville coming into the day, but has absolutely exploded here tonight. Already 3 hits, 3 RBIs as well, and 2 runs scored for the St. Joseph sophomore.
Yeah, and when he crushed that homer, that was not entirely the dagger, but something close to it.
0-2 from Michael, down low in the dirt. That one skips way in front of home plate, and easily stealing second is Vincent Duffy. Stolen base number 3 on the day for the Outlaws, and Venetia bats with another RBI opportunity right here. Was 2 for 4 last night in the loss to Amsterdam. 1-2 the count on him right here. Mason Michael ready. Now fires. That one pulled up on home plate yet again. It's another breaking ball that misses, and 2-2 the count now. Venetia had 7 hits in his last 7 games coming into the day. All singles, though, and with his first home run of the season here tonight, he's nearly matched his RBI total on the year with 4 so far this season and 3 in the game. The 2-2. Check swing inside. He did go. That one off the end of the bat. They'll say it was a foul tip, and a called third strike right there on Venetia. That will do it. A scoreless top of the 8th inning for the Outlaws as we move to the bottom of the 8th. It's 11-8, Oneonta on top. You're listening to Boonville Baseball on the Lumberjack Radio Network. (17-8) the score here as the Oneonta Outlaws are on top of the Boonville Lumberjacks heading into the bottom of the 8th inning. Evan Simbita and Brady Foxwell here on the Lumberjack Radio Network. It's Zeb Swangham first up for the Lumberjacks, then Seth Bischoff and Bronx Lewis behind him. Jimmy Stroline out for inning number 2 of work, allowed just 2 hits in the last inning, but kept it scoreless. Out here for action against the bottom of the order. It's 8-9-10 for the Lumberjacks as they trail by 9 runs here in the bottom of the 8th inning. First up is the shortstop Swangham, 2 for 3 on the day with a single and a double. Stroline deals. Fastball in there for a called strike 1. It's Swangham out of UNC Asheville, a freshman not transferring. Started 50 games for Asheville in the last season. As here's the 0-1. Off the end of the bat, foul down the first base line. Gets out of play, and the count is 0-2. Was also a football player back in high school. Was the offensive MVP in 2025 and had the most total touchdowns for his high school football team. The 0-2, off the end of the bat foul to the backstop. Talked to him a couple days ago. I said, what's the first thing you do when you're getting home? He said, going straight to the football field.
Really?
Yeah. Real two-sport athlete. Obviously, he doesn't play at UNC Asheville, but he's got the heart of one.
What position was he?
Receiver and a cornerback.
I can see that.
The 0-2, off the end of the bat foul yet again, just to the right of the press box.
The
That
right
was
line.
it, Brady.
That's the perfect line right there.
We're still hunting for our first foul ball here at the press box
I
at
don't think
Dr.
it's gonna
Robert
happen.
Smith Sports Complex.
I don't think it's going to happen.
We're running out of time here. Bottom of the 8th inning and what is the Lumberjacks' final game of the season. But swing him down 0-2 yet again. Stroline comes set. Now deals. Off speed up high, misses. It's 1-2. Swangham's last game played also against the Outlaws was 1 for 3 with a single. Also had a walk and a strikeout in that one. Jimmy Stroline, the pitcher, stares him down. Now the pitch. Off the end of the bat to the right side, picked up by Chaz Wright, the second baseman. Throws over in time and gets him for out number 1 here in the bottom of the 8th.
Cool story about Zeb, or maybe not that cool actually. But I recently finished a full-length feature on our head coach Christian Griffin on the CG Unlock story, in which case I interviewed a ton of Lumberjack teammates. I believe the number was 9, and I used 8 of their testimonies. The one I didn't was Zeb Swangham, who was reportedly upset that I didn't feature him.
First pitch on Bronx Lewis, an off speed that misses outside.
What Christian Griffin, the head coach, told me is that Zeb texted him asking him, where am I at? And then he asked me today, why didn't you put me in the story? And I just told him I couldn't fit him in.
The 1-0. Inside, Lewis moves the knees out of the way, and it's 2-0. Why did you leave him out, Brady?
There was no good quote. He had no quote that was better than anyone else's. And if I did throw him in there, it would have been above 4 minutes, and I was already pushing it, is what it felt like.
2-0. Hit high into shallow right field. Backing up on this one is the second baseman Wright, called off by the right fielder Strand, and he makes the catch for the second out of the inning. Brings up the 10th man in the order, Seth Bischoff, the catcher.
No cycle for Bronx Lewis today. He needed a triple right there. He just missed that one, really. I think I heard someone on the right side, like, kind of not frustrated, but like sigh. Like he just missed that, man.
3 for 4, single double homer as the first pitch on Bischoff. Fastball that misses outside. It's 1-0. Bischoff on the day 0 for 3, 2 flyouts to center and a ground out to short represent his contributions. The 1-0 from Stroline. Another fastball, this time down low. It's 2-0. Bischoff on the season against the Outlaws, 2 for 13 in 5 games played. 1 double and 1 RBI, as well as 2 walks. The 2-0. Another off speed. This one misses up high, and it's 3-0. That double that Bischoff had all the way back on May 30th, the first game that these two teams played back here on opening day. The 3-0. Fastball just catches the inside corner. It's 3-1. Bischoff still looking to get on for the first time today. The pitch, chopped to the left side. Fabio Marquez has got it at third. Long throw is in time and gets him to end the inning. The first baseman, Venetia, pulled off the bag but applies the tag, and the Lumberjacks running out of opportunities in their last game played. We head to the 9th inning here on the Lumberjack Radio Network. It's 17-8, Oneonta on top. You're listening to Boonville Baseball on the Lumberjack Radio Network. Pitching change here in the top of the 9th inning. It's the Oneonta Outlaws on top of the Boonville Lumberjacks 17-8 here in the final game of the PGCBL summer. It's Tyson Harmon coming out to close this game for the Lumberjacks. Comes in with a 7.62 ERA in 10 appearances. 17 runs, 11 of them earned with 17 hits and 6 walks. He'll have to face the bottom of the Oneonta order. It's Matthew Mayer, Fabio Marquez, and Augie Maslow. First up is the backstop Mayer. Digs in on the right side against the righty Harmon. He comes set. Now fires. Fastball chopped to the right side. Swingham picks it out. Throws over to first in time and gets him for the first out of the inning. It's been a hard day out for the Lumberjack defense, and Brady, good to see them making the simple plays out there in a night where they have 4 errors already.
Yeah. Lights are literally brighter, but in the game, a little bit less bright, which I think got to help the infield even just a little bit.
So it's Mayer 0 for 3 on the day now. He goes back to the dugout as it's the third baseman, Fabio Marquez, stepping in now on the right side. Harmon comes set and deals yet again. Chopped hard up the middle, gets into center field, and it's going to be a single for Fabio Marquez. He's on for the third time today with a hit by pitch, walk, and now a single. And he's got a 1-out knock here in the top of the 9th.
Up to bat, number 46, Augie Maslow.
It is 17-8. The Outlaws on top of the Lumberjacks, and with a win, go through to the PGCBL playoffs, winning the 4th spot in the Eastern Division. First pitch on the shortstop, Augie Maslow now. In there, fastball for a called strike. It's Maslow, who's had an excellent day in the field over at short. He's been perfect, robbing Masai Marshall of a hit back in the first inning. He's made every play on every ball that has rolled over to him. As now here comes the 0-1. Another fastball on the outside corner, 0-2 now. So far at the plate, though, he has struggled 0 for 3. Did reach on a hit by pitch in his last at-bat, but that's been all from the St. Joseph's freshman. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Foul tip right there from Maslow, who goes down swinging for out number 2. And it's Jack Lockwood now. He could be the final batter of the regular season for the Outlaws.
Jack Lockwood.
Of the entire season. You never know.
It would need to be a minimum 9-run bottom of the 9th for the Lumberjacks. Anything is possible here in Boonville.
Yeah, if the Lumberjacks tied, do you know who would win? Or do you know who would go on?
No idea.
I don't know the tiebreaker between Oneonta and the
First pitch on Lockwood, soared right there, goes down 0-1. It's Lockwood digging in on the left side, a Grand Rapids Community College sophomore, teammates of the Boonville backstop, Seth Bischoff. The 0-1, down low in the dirt, 1-1 the count as Bischoff can't find it, finally picks it up, and the count all even. Gotta think, me playing catch with Seth Bischoff on the right field line before the game started. Do we think it's helped him here today?
Can't say.
Hope it has.
I don't know.
The 1-1. Fastball chopped to the right side. It gets into right field as Marquez has to hold up on second, but another single here in this inning. 2 for the Outlaws as they've got runners on first and second. 2 outs in the top of the 9th. Another hard hit ball right there. Harmon's been producing the contact on the ground, but they've been finding patches of grass, and now 2 runners on for the pinch hitter and leadoff man, Owen Below. So far, 0 for 3 on the day. 3 flyouts, 2 of them to center field, 1 of them to left. Stands in on the left side now. Freshman out of Long Island University. 2 runners on, 2 outs in the top of the 9th. Harmon comes set, now deals. Fastball in there for strike 1. It's been blowing the heater past all of the hitters here in this inning, as it's Below coming into the game with a .246 batting average. Hits in just 1 of his last 3 games. The 0-1. Chopped down the first base line, picked up by Farber. He can't handle it, underhands it to Harmon in time and gets him for the 3rd out of the inning. And that might do it for the Lumberjacks on the pitching side of things. It's 11-8, or 17-8, excuse me. Oneonta on top of the Lumberjacks as we head to the bottom of the 9th inning. You're listening to Boonville Baseball on the Lumberjack Radio Network. (17-8) here in the bottom of the 9th inning as it's the last chance for the Boonville Lumberjacks. They're down by 9 runs to the Oneonta Outlaws. And they've got 3 outs to make some magic happen. It's the top of the order. Jihad Guy, Will Hill, and Kanias Davis out to face the righty Jimmy Stroline for his 3rd inning of work. In steps the second baseman Guy. Here comes the first pitch. Fastball on the outside corner for strike 1. It's Jihad Guy, 2 strikeouts, a ground out, and a single. He's had 3 errors in the field as well. It has not been his strongest night at the plate or in the field as he has to adjust the batting gear. We know he's not a second baseman by trade, likes to play the outfield, but has been forced into the infield just due to injuries and restrictions from the Boonville team.
Evan, is that Jonathan Tetzlaff on deck?
I was about to say, it is. The 0-1. Hit hard on the ground to the left side. Maslow, the shortstop, picks it up, throws over in time, and gets him for out number 1. And in comes Jonathan Tetzlaff, the righty pitcher out of Norwich University, for his first at-bat this season.
He hit in high school and played catcher in high school as well, so he looks like a natural. I mean, I would think he's a hitter based off the way he stands. If he could put a ball in play here, that would be pretty cool.
So it's
It looks like we're going PO next as well as Matt Helmer Jr. is grabbing a bat.
Lumberjacks having some fun here. First pitch on Tetzlaff. Makes contact, hits it into right field. It's shallow, though. Coming in is Duffy, but it's foul. Tetzlaff gets lucky right there and only goes down 0-1.
Didn't even move out of the box.
1 out here in the bottom of the 9th inning. The Lumberjacks are, I'm assuming, bowing out of this season gracefully.
Never know.
They could plate 9 runs with pitchers only. It could happen. Tetzlaff down 0-1, holds a bright blue bat high above his head. The pitch, fastball on the outside corner, just stares at it and goes down 0-2. Looks like the Oneonta dugout has also picked up on the fact that there's a pitcher batting, and they're getting into the antics as well. This is about the loudest I've heard Hanson Aggregates field this whole night.
Maybe
Here comes the 0-2 from Stroline. Fastball misses up high, 1-2 the count. On deck, it's the pitcher from Penn State Beaver, Matt Helmer Jr. And then it would appear that Masai Marshall, the designated hitter, remaining in the hole. The 1-2. Off the end of the bat into shallow right field. This one just in foul territory as the first baseman, Venetia, makes the grab for out number 2. And the Lumberjacks down to their final out in the 2026 season.
It's competitive at bat right there from Tetzlaff. I don't mind that at all. They put a few good swings on it, just got jammed a little bit. No issue from Jonathan Tetzlaff right there. Hold your head high.
So in comes Matt Helmer Jr., the the right-handed pitcher. 2 outs. Here comes the pitch. Off the end of the bat to the left side, into left field for a single. Matt Helmer Jr., he's going for 2 as that one gets all the way to the wall. He's hustling for third, but has to pull up on second. A hard hit ball and a hit right there by Matthew Helmer Jr. And the Lumberjacks extend the game.
Man, we could have used him 2 months ago. You know, if he's going to jump on a first pitch like that, he'd line that into left field. Nice piece of hitting for Matt Helmer Jr. I didn't know he had that in him.
So in steps the left fielder and pinch hitter Harrison Haig with a runner on second. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 9th inning. First pitch on the way to Haig. Inside misses, gets away from Mayer, but not too far.
You know, these pitchers probably got a little bit extra on the hitters now. I'm sure it's a debate they like to have. Matt Helmer Jr. probably telling his guys it's not that hard.
Looks to be Colin Glenn in the hole as well.
Are you serious?
Getting ready for what would also be his first at-bat this summer, but first Harrison Haig at the plate. The 1-0. Off the end of the bat into the right center gap. That one gets down for a hit. Coming around home and scoring is Matthew Helmer Jr. as gunning for second is Haig. Safe! He's in there with an RBI double as they cut the lead down. It's 17-9. Oneonta on top here in the bottom of the 9th inning.
I believe that's Tyson Harmon, the next up.
Tyson Harmon, the right-hander who was on the mound. Technically, this is not a legal substitution, but I don't think anyone is going to mind.
Rally caps on for the Lumberjacks.
Now batting number 16, Tyson Harmon.
So back-to-back doubles, one by the pitcher Matthew Helmer Jr. and the next by Harrison Haig. And in comes the right-hander Tyson Harmon.
Do we know if he has any hitting experience?
Don't know. The first pitch. In there for strike one.
First pitch off speed to a pitcher. Come on, man.
So Stroline ahead 0-1 right here as it's Colin Glenn on deck. Stroline gets the sign from the catcher Mayer. Comes set. Now he deals with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. Misses outside, it's 1-1.
Hope we get to Colin, man.
As do I. It's a runner on second. Last opportunities for the Lumberjacks as they're just having fun with this one.
No Eric Shepard at bat?
1-1 the count to the pitcher Tyson Harmon, who's at the plate now. 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th with a runner on second. Stroline deals. Takes it up high, 2-1 the count. And I would just throw him strikes here, right?
I don't know. I mean, you don't want to walk him, obviously. I don't think he's trying to throw balls.
2-1 the count. The pitcher only Tyson Harmon ahead in the box as there's 2 outs here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Stroline comes set. Here's the pitch. Inside it misses, 3-1 the count now. It's Harmon, I'm assuming, taking all the way right here.
Nah, no way. No way. He's not up there to walk.
It's Colin Glenn on deck. Harrison Haig out on second. 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th inning. Boonville Lumberjacks down 17-9 in the final game of the season. Tyson Harmon's ahead 3-1. Stroline deals the pitch. Swing and a miss. Out in front of that one. Blew it by him, and the count is full.
That looked like a good swing, though. I mean, that's a more competitive swing than some that we've seen by hitters on this Lumberjack team.
The count is full. There's 2 outs here in the bottom of the 9th inning. The Lumberjacks down by 8 runs with a runner on second in the last game of the season. The payoff pitch from Stroline. Swing and a miss on the outside corner, and that will do it for the 2026 season as the Lumberjacks fall to the Oneonta Outlaws for the 7th time this summer, 17-9. Boonville becomes the first team in PGCBL history to lose 20 straight games and make history by going winless in the month of July. They close the book on what was a disappointing season in Central New York, and players return back to their respective colleges.
As do we.
As do we.
Thanks for coming, everybody.
What a ride, man.
Have a safe trip home.
Lightning.
As lightning strikes.
What a fitting way to end the year. We've got a special post-game show coming up as well. Don't go anywhere, as it's going to be me and Brady on camera for the first time this summer.
Put a face to the name. You got to. I mean, you know, you've been waiting for it all season. I'm sure you have. A little bit of a disappointing end to the season, but, you know, one that I can't say is unexpected. Lightning strikes as the Lumberjacks lose 20 in a row to end the 2026 PGCBL season. Incredible, Evan. It's incredible.
Incredible is certainly one way to describe it. We'll be right back on the other side of the break, though. Don't go anywhere. We've got the post-game show coming up for you. You won't want to miss it. We'll be back in 60 quick seconds on the Lumberjack Sports Network.
We would
All
like
right,
to
this is
redo that
our
segment.
fault.
But
This is our fault.
Seriously appreciate it. Evan, take us through.
Okay, well, I'll try and restart. How many minutes were we up for there?
Quite a while.
I don't know.
We'd
We'll-
like to start with a thank you to everyone who made this dream possible. I'd like to start with my parents, Martin, Kathleen, Mom, Dad. Love you guys so much. Any relative who stopped by to hear me talk about 8:30 Boonville Lumberjack baseball. It's truly been a pleasure. I seriously enjoy anyone who made this possible, whether that's the players, the coaches, the relatives of the players and coaches, anyone who was a part of the Boonville Lumberjacks experience. I truly appreciate it. For our owner, Butch Russo, for the other team owner, Trevor Charbonneau, for the Moffitt family who was generous enough to welcome Evan and I into their home. I'd like to say that I am Brady Foxwell now. I'd like to take this time, if you need to match a face to a name. Alongside me is Evan Simbita. He goes to Syracuse University in the local area. This is very new for me. I go to Arizona State University, and it's truly been a pleasure to come here. It's an experience like no other, and for everyone, whether that's Dylan Helzer or Braden Jasek in the broadcast booth alongside us who make everything here possible, it's truly been a pleasure. Evan?
I'll put my hand up on that one. I did forget to turn the sound on, so if anyone has any ill will, please direct those feelings towards me. But no, I am Evan Simbita, if you're wanting to put a face to the name. It has been a pleasure being with you guys this summer. I had a long thank you list. I'll have to go back through it. First, for the people of Boonville and the Lumberjack organization for welcoming us in to really this city and this team. Butch Russo, Jay Gonzalez, Trevor Charbonneau, the Moffitts, as well as you mentioned, for putting up with us for 2 months and having us in their home, as well as all of you watching at home. We couldn't do this without you, so thank you for tuning in, whether this is your first or 38th Lumberjack game. We truly do thank you just for watching and making our dreams possible. I'd like to especially thank my family, my parents and grandparents, my biggest fans, Mom, Dad, all of my grandparents for watching back at home, as well as my cousins, my aunts, my uncles, everyone for just tuning in and helping me come out here and chase my dreams. Wouldn't be possible without you guys. For everyone that wants to stay with us, we'll be dropping Instagram, Twitter, something in the chat just so you can follow along with our journey at some point.
And while we're at it, and I think this is a fitting time to mention it, here at Boonville, if you enjoyed our broadcast, that actually means a lot to us because we are a two-person crew. We do everything ourselves, as you can see by our audio mishaps. We are both, I am an aspiring multimedia journalist, Evan, a play-by-play broadcaster. We both do play-by-play for the Boonville Lumberjacks, but we run everything ourselves. The camera, the score bug, the broadcast, a lot of that came from Evan, a lot of that came from me, and it's just neither of our areas of expertise, so if you appreciate it, that means just a little bit more to us, as we did a lot of this ourselves, and we truly appreciate anyone who came in to see our hard work come to fruition. That truly means a lot. And a lot of you guys joined us, as Evan mentioned, that we played 38 games, whether it was for one of those or for 38 of those. You got to listen to us for about 3 hours on average. But the town of Boonville, or the village of Boonville, I should say, is incredibly beautiful, and I absolutely really enjoyed my time here. On the welcome sign in here, it says Boonville, a nice place to be. It absolutely is. For Capri Pizza, the local pizzeria spot, Broadway Bakery, the breakfast spot that we tried for the first time this morning, it was fantastic. The sponsors, whether it's A-Town Bats, Warrior Zone, Inlet Marina, whatever it may be, we appreciate everyone in the town of Boonville who made this possible for Evan and I. The post-game food that's catered that I know I'm going to go grab after this. It's really been a pleasure. I can't express with words how much fun I've had here. It seemed like 2 months ago that we were trying to figure out our broadcast for the first time, and we're struggling with the camera, and we didn't know what we were going to do because of the equipment, and we didn't know what we didn't know where to start because that's neither of our areas of expertise, but we figured it around step by step. As you can see, we're still struggling with the audio and in that aspect, but it's been so much fun here, and seriously, another thank you to everyone who's been a part of it, and as always, Jack's on top.
Yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in, the locals of Boonville for welcoming us in, my family, of course, all of the Lumberjack players, all the parents of players that we met so far this summer. I mean, I know the Shepherds are always in the chat, but everyone that we met and everyone that talked to us and said, hey, we enjoy the broadcast, it really does mean a lot to us. We're looking at a streaming camera right now that is just my iPhone, so we really did put a lot of heart into this broadcast, and everyone, Dylan and Braden, I know Dylan's down on the field. I'm sure we'll join him soon. But, yeah, it means a lot to us that you guys tuned in every night or some nights. And, yeah, we'll be dropping some social media in the chat to follow along with us. But that's going to do it from us in Boonville. Our time as the broadcasters has likely come to a close. Don't think we'll be gracing these airwaves again, but we do hope to see you in the future. It's not a goodbye. It's a see you later. Evan Simbitis signing off for Brady Foxwell here on the Lumberjack Radio Network, and we thank you for tuning in and hope you have a great rest of your night.